What else?
Wait, it's a copy pasta?
What up, Hero?
Just a portion of the contract.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey,
I didn't look at the Moonbirds contract, but they did thank them for it.
Yo, I just want to say something quickly. Moonbirds aren't it.
All right, now give us another topic, Kiro. Go. After the moment.
Yeah, I think the Animus eggs are going to be cute. I'm hoping for there to be more Kami DNA Animuses. If there isn't, I will be fudding. Some of you will block me. Some of you will not. But I will be fudding if there is no more Kami DNA Animuses. I will be fudding.
Yo, we can go on a FUD spree, Kiro. Kind of interesting to drop Murakami and Drip preview Animus and then not actually have them.
No, and I really hope, Kuro, that it's that like Murakami's been doing like an incubator for like artists, and he's gonna have them have like made a bunch of like their own Animus, and like we'll find new artists through them, like what happened with Space Drip.
Yeah, well, they could have, they should have asked Zayd. He has so much like experience with his character design. I would have hit him up for sure. To be honest, I don't know what they're doing. I'm just happy that they're doing stuff and we're not getting doodled on.
Yeah, me too. That's kind of where I was going. Is like, I see Clonespiracies is a great space, right? Because it's really fun to like kind of try to figure out what they're doing and stuff. But that space is going to fucking take off when this thing gets rolled out and there's decisions to be made and moves to be made. And I don't know if there's quests to be done in some sort of game or whatever it is, who knows? But that's where that space will really take off. And, I spent a lot of time there for and still do. And what happens is you get your, start talking about things that really could work and are really fun. But when it doesn't happen, you're like, fuck, like, why didn't they do that? Like, why did, and so, I just, that's why I came in here and said, I don't think the clones are infecting the Animus at all. Cause I got to make the assumption that they don't at this point. You know what I mean? I really think, in the contract for eggs, it says that you can plug your clone in through the incubation system. But I'm not going to expect that to come with announcement 1, because if part of the goal is a public sale, how are they going to do that and then throw a clone in the mix? Yeah, you may get tier 1, but then they're going to be like, well, I just bought this thing that looks, but I don't, it's not a fair deal because everybody else has clones, so they're going to get cooler one. You didn't tell me about that. I see it being, again, slower pace rollout. Animus art's going to be insane. You guys keep mentioning Tommy. Is that the guy that they hired that was a Spider-Verse artist?
I'm not sure on his background.
Isn't Tommy the Asian guy? Is it the Asian guy that's always hanging around Chris?
No, this is a different Tommy.
Yeah, no, Chikana's right.
Wait.
Okay.
Right,
so yeah,
me.
Sorry, go ahead. That's a different guy. That's a different guy, Baron. The one you're talking about, the one when they did that announcement, or we found out sometime last year about the new hire from
Tommy. You guys are talking about a different Tommy?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, who is that?
I don't know. Like, I know just Chris knew him before, like, anything. I don't know what he do. Like, I have no idea, but I know he's just always been around. So that's all I know. I don't know what he does.
And
but
you don't guy that came from Spider-Verse.
No, that's a different guy. That is a different guy. I don't know what that guy looks like, but I know it's not the Asian dude, with the long hair, with the shoulder length hair. It's not that dude.
Okay, so that guy's incredible artist. And then there's another artist that someone, I'll find him and post him down below, just because you were asking about the team of artists earlier. Sorry, kind of go ahead.
No, that's all I was saying. I think I said earlier before you got in here, I'm pretty sure they probably are, contracting out a team of artists or working with a team of artists to be able to do all the traits and all that and all the artwork, whatever kind of goes into it. And Chris is directing it. But yeah, I know that they're definitely two different guys. The guy that you're talking about, but I don't know what that guy looks like. The one that has like the Spider-Verse experience, I don't know what he looks like.
To Baron's point, I think it's fine and it's time to start driving value back to clone holders. I think that if there was a staking mechanism where traits could be pulled from clones, and I'm not saying they would get an unfair advantage over non-clone holders, but at least being able to pull traits or get maybe cooler or rare animus. I don't think that's an issue. I think Yuga and a lot of other projects have proven that that's a way to reward like holders of your top tier project, right? I don't think that's an issue. I think animus can still, hatch and evolve naturally, but I think that if they could drive holders back to clones and gamify it in a way where the clones say, okay, good thing I held, or good thing I have a clone, or good thing I waited this long and didn't, kept my clone and just kind of was faithful, and that value would be driven back to them. No problem with that, bro. I think that I think that works, man. I would love to see that, actually. I know we live in a world where like everything should be equal and fair, and everybody should win, but I think that taking care of your OG holders, your clone holders, with uh, you know benefiting that. Sorry, my girlfriend's doing some shit in the background. I can no, I just lose focus so easily. Just benefiting your OG holders in a way that rewards us for holding. And if that is being able to pull some Murakami traits from my Murakami clones or pulling Angel traits from my Angel clones, dude, I'd be stoked.
I feel like, the more value they drive to one animus of any sort or an egg, like maybe specifically an egg versus like choosing to evolve the animus, is the fact that we got one for free, or the ability to claim one for free. So I don't know. That was the big thing with apes to start with. You got a mutant for free. That was the value of having an ape, besides.
No, you got dog first. You got a dog first, then you got a mutant. Now you're getting the stupid keys and the boxes, and there's meat on bones with.
Yeah, my point is that all of those assets that you got have value, like strong value of their own, and that's what matters. Because if a clone is given an animus, and an animus has a very strong value on its own, that value inherently gets absorbed in part by the clone, because the clone got it for free. It's probably going to get other cool shit for free too. Not that we haven't already got a ton of shit.
Yeah, what I'm saying is in the way that the Bored Ape Yacht, like owning the main collection, got them more ape coin, got them higher tier sewer passes than just the mutant apes. They find a way to gamify, or they find a way to reward that main collection no matter what they do.
Yeah, but when was the first time that they did that? Like, where having a doggo or a mutant and an ape in your wallet increase, like,
it's just the ape coin stuff, right? And
right. So the only thing, and I'm gonna, because I feel like I keep interrupting everybody, I need to just put myself on mute. Is that, because this proves my point? Those things happen way down the line, right? And so I think that we're gonna see clones and animus come together have them have the incubation tie together, but I don't think that's happening off the bat compound. And I don't think we'll hear announcements off it before we see an animus come out of an egg. But we'll see.
Yeah, I'm comparing like to Bored Ape Yacht Club of, a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. Jesus, how long has it been? Probably 2 years ago now. Like that's the stage that I think Artifact is in. Like we haven't delivered our mutant yet, and that was done for the apes like 2 years ago. I think Artifact's approach is a slower approach, and that cuts both ways. In the year 2052, when people are looking back and seeing, okay, oh yeah, apes started with that, then they had mutants. What's a mutant do? Then it's like, oh yeah, clones had clones, and then an animus. Oh well, that happened 2 years after. Well, it doesn't matter to people looking back at it from a very future year. It's just Gen 1 versus Gen 2, and so on and so forth.
Baron, you're asking when the last time that holding the doggo or having the mutant in the doggo got them like more points or more benefits, is what you're saying?
Yeah, and I would
holding the main
an analogy to clones being involved in some sort of enhancement of an animus. You know what I mean? So by having more, is that question making sense?
No, so the first time was probably ApeCoin. If the more like they held the doggo, they got more ApeCoin. And then staking, you're able to stake more. But then the sewer pass as well. But with clones, all I'm saying is I don't see an issue with clone holders being able to pull traits or even getting advantages. Like I think the clone holders should get advantages when.
Me too. I just don't think it's coming until a while.
Yeah. Which that doesn't make sense, right? Like let's start driving value back to the holders, man. Like, and if you can gamify it in the Animus, the whole Animus ecosystem, and gamify it there, like why not? You could still make it very fair, right?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like I'm at the stage. I think probably that Conspiracies chat, without listening to it, was at that stage of let's have it impact it now. We totally see it. It makes sense. It drives value to clones. But I think we're at that like mutant ape hatching stage of Yuga, right? And the way that asset, value will be driven to clones will be the growth of Animus and the success of that. And then maybe an evolution 2 of Animus is how you get clones in their DNA involved and their traits.
Also,
go ahead.
What if having a clone makes having an animus more fun? Then that's what's going to make it more valuable as well. So, we've been at this stage of we can't actually use, very few people know how to use this technology that we're all investing in or owning assets in. But when it is easy to use them and they have utility through something fun, like playing a game or interacting in an actual metaverse or something, having an animus would be great because it'll be fun for you to collect, whether you're an ape, an Azuki, a clone, or whatever. But having a clone with that animus maybe means that, you can walk around with that animus and do battles or something with other people right off the bat. I don't know. Just why not have a clone if you're going to have Artifact Animus and play that game and collect those? Because I think the goal of this is going to be, if every community wants to use Animus to battle or do whatever, collect, then that's a huge benefit to clones too, because people will naturally want to have a clone to go with it. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is gamify it in a way where it benefits the clones, in a better way. Like it makes it worth having it, whatever the gamified experience is. What's up, Polly?
Hello, everyone. Okay, just wanted to share something. I think I came up with an idea to make sense of my journey with Compound's clone, and maybe I should create or document what advantages creator has of owning this asset, because I noticed that there artifact creator spaces. Of course, it's an opportunity to like for your work to be featured on artifact creators page, and of course it's like the IRL access. And I feel like between now and NFT NYC I can capture this. I just hope it's going to be coherent, and I wonder whether I need to, to have it scripted, exaggerate some moments, maybe cry at the irrelevant. I don't know, but yeah, I was just wondering if you have like better ideas, or you're ready to brainstorm of how it can be documented in the most meaningful way. Please let me know. I think Rose might have some good ideas.
So document the benefit. So if you want, I can send you my 3D files for that clone you're rocking so that you can, I don't know if you can play around in Blender or anything, but I don't mind sharing those with you. And then you can kind of play around with clone tools as well. I know you're a creator.
Let's try that.
Yeah,
And also, it
but
just showcases how welcoming and supportive CloneX community is. So I feel like it can be a very inspiring story for creators outside the space or inside the space as well.
have you noticed anything rocking a clone PFP? Have you noticed any your algorithm or your timeline changing in any way? Seeing more clone things or getting more clone engagement? What have you noticed?
100%, and it makes me feel a little bit shy. And so, um, of course, it brings so much joy to my face to see CloneX community being so supportive and uplifting. Definitely, I do notice more engagement on the timeline, or just a quality attention, because when it comes to CloneX community, you understand that these are the people who actually care about quality, or yeah. So I really appreciate it, but half of them think that I own the assets, and this creates like slightly uncomfortable like feeling inside of me. That's why I wanted to make the most sense of it, and probably do this journalist type of um, research.
Well, if anybody gives you any shit for right-click saving my clone, tell them that I gave you permission as a social experiment because you're really deep into our bad take community and CloneX community, and you wanted to rock a clone PFP to support and get the clones active on the timeline. Tell them that's the social experiment.
I love it. I support that. Let's fucking go.
We have a clone. It's the Queen of CloneX that some people will use before they get a clone. And then of course, like I've got extra clones and um I've let like before my buddy Ape before he got his Ute, he would rock my robot clone sometimes on his alt and he would come in here. But it's mainly like my whole goal was to just get clones active on the timeline. And I know people feel a certain type of way of like using clones as PFPs if they don't own them. But if someone's got 5, 10 clones, like I would love my clones to get seen out there. You know what I mean? So I don't mind letting my friends use the clones and put them as PFP because now we have grown the clone army that is like I see you on Twitter all the time. Like you're super active out here, right? You're in spaces all the time. So why would I not want that like beautiful piece of Murakami art that I don't rock as a PFP? It just sits like in my wallet, like rock it. You know what I'm saying? So same with my other ones. Like I let my brother use my robot sometimes if he wants to get active on Twitter. And it's really the whole mission, guys, is getting that art and the PFPs just active on Twitter, right? The more clones that are seen, Kuro knows, man. Kuro's on every major stage, Twitter space stage there is, and so is Shekinah. Baron was too. Baron was on stage in the Thread Guy space today. We had multiple clones up there. So the
Yeah,
mission,
yeah, Baron.
I
If you want to come more often and like actually give these people a sane opinion, that would be fucking fantastic. I usually just don't say anything on that space, or any space really, because they scare the shit out of me. NFT motherfuckers are crazy.
Yeah, it was today. They were like, I was like, clone community's fire, and we got a great community. And Thread guy goes, "Do you?" I was like, "Yeah, we really do." I said, "The timeline's full of fucking people that you know shouldn't have been in there or counted. I think a lot of it is counted the money at the top, but yeah, I mean we're here to stay. And there was also like there's a complete just like misunderstanding of clones at this of Artifact, and that's you know uh, probably just on the project itself, but I think that uh, what I'm sensing out there, Kuro, is a atrophy for fudding clones. Artifact. I think people are kind of over fudding Artifact. I think they feel like they got their blood. I don't know if it's just because we're down bad, but I feel like if Animus can, and I think Animus, I know Animus is going to be good. That it will. That I think Artifact hasn't fucked it up bad enough where people aren't going to rally behind it, and so yeah, I'm definitely going to be trying to get in the spaces more because to me, I'm not trying to like create like some sort of like career out of this. I'm just taking the knowledge that I learned from here and being close to the space and bringing it over there. So if it goes against what they think of it, then I'm not really that concerned with it. So yeah, I appreciate you and Thread Guy getting me up there, and then that was dope because Dre came in and um, he started talking, and when he talks, like it's just hard not to listen because his voice is just a pleasure to listen to, I guess is a good way to say it. Um, and Ninja was in there, and one guy was like, "I've never seen so many fucking clones. I've never seen so many clones in the space. God, you guys are everywhere." So, and it's 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 in thanks to you, man. Like, and I mean that sincerely. Like, what you're doing every day gets us that exposure, and you've been doing this for a long time. I remember seeing your scary ass clone when I first got into Artifact at Mint, and was like, God, this Kuro guy's on all this space. Like, I want to go in his room, but he's going to think I'm following him around. And he looks scary as fuck. He sounds
No,
scary.
dude, we gotta stick together. We don't like, yo. I'm in some other chats. Okay, you probably in the Board Ape Discord too, bro. That like they'll just FUD. They'll just sit there and FUD, and they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. It's the craziest shit ever.
Yeah, we got to stick together. That's right. I mean, I'm of the belief that we, as humans, we weren't put on this earth to do it alone. Like we can do a lot alone, but like we are meant to do this thing as a we. So yeah, dude, I'm definitely going to be up there with you.
Bro, I used to follow Kiro around into spaces too, and I always thought that he would think that I was just following him to each space, bro. I the exact same thing this was before I ever talked to him or knew he was. Like I wasn't even into spaces. This is like way back last year. I was only hopping in to listen and not actually talk or host my own. And I would follow Kiro around because it just seemed he was in every space. And I was like, oh shit, another clone. Dope. He probably thinks I'm just following him in here every time. But Kiro been doing this spaces thing forever, man. He's been on every major stage forever, just clone visibility. And he kind of like a motivator for the whole thing as well. I was like, if Kiro can get out here and do it, like we can all get active on the timeline or jump in spaces as well. I'm not as like in other spaces as he is, but we all provide value in our own different ways, guys. So even if you don't even get on stage and listen, just getting out there on the timeline, retweeting, commenting, liking, um, you know, other people's stuff, that is just enough as well. And just hopping in and listening too.
Yeah, and shout out to Sobe too. He gets up there a lot. He's got his clone melting.
Yo,
And
I used to follow Sylvie around. That's the irony. Is we all start off like following another clone around. It's like, yo, but the thing with Sobe is This guy would not shut up before these things even minted. Oh my God, droning on day after day after. I love that guy for that though. It really like put it in my head that I had to be a part of the ecosystem. But God, if you think I'm bad, this guy, oh my God, oh my God, he's a real clone.
Dude, he is. His PFP of the clone melting is just. I go, man, I love that. I love that art. He's like, that's what a 2ETH clone looks like.
What is this pixelated PFP?
Yeah, but dude, it's like pixelated and melting, like discombobulated, not melting evenly. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, he's one of those clones that doesn't follow other clones back though, so I don't know. I don't know about all that.
No, you got to call him out on stage for that. Yo, I known this guy almost 2 years. He didn't follow me back until the other day. I'm like, see, this is why you didn't get brought up immediately, because you don't follow me.
Dre will call it, bro. Dre called out Jarlin right on stage. He don't care. He goes, "Hey man, how about I get a follow back right here?" And now Dre flexes. He goes, "Nah, y'all got everybody to follow, but
Yeah, Jarlin doesn't like me. That I'm never getting the follow from that guy.
I'm never asking nobody for no follow, bro. You can't
yeah,
never."
he can't do anything wrong after giving that man those shoes last night. If I remember correctly, was the guy that got the shoe, the guy that posted the picture with all those shoes last night. God, he had some whoever that shoe collection. I was dreaming about it, but Dre was telling Thread Guy today in space. He's like, "Yeah, you got to get into bad take." And then lo and behold, he comes into this chat, and then he's like, "Yeah, I'll come through the space." So yeah, Dre, he just tells it how it is, and not in like a arrogant or pushy way. It's just like like the tone of it is like this is the fact.
Effective communication.
It was a different guy, Baron, but so the story he came in last night. Did you jump out? His name is Burr, right? Drew Burr. Dre had talked to him on the phone yesterday, and then he got on the timeline and was kind of shilling all the Air Force Ones, and then kind of asked somebody if you needed a clone to forge, and Jarlin had seen the work he was putting in, and then the question and goes, "Nah, you don't need a clone. Actually, send me your wallet. We're gonna get you a pair of these Air Force Ones right now." And the dude was stoked. He came in and told the whole story last night. It is recorded too. It's a good story.
Oh, speaking of good story, I need to order patches this weekend. The bad take patches. Is there a preferred person to order these things from?
I got the sewing pattern. I actually got the email for the sewing pattern today, and I asked him if he does patches. Let me see what he said. I'll check. But I set the file for the
So I
sewing.
bought a bunch of like Nike. I don't know what's up with Nike SB, but I'm gonna FUD them because they took the SB off the fucking pants with the Nike sign with the fucking pants. I don't know. I bought a bunch of black gear to get the bad take thing sewn on it because I'm not doing free advertising for Nike, man. They gotta get it together, man. They need to give these guys some more leeway.
Yo, they took the SB off the SB sweatpant.
Yeah,
That's a sin.
it is a sin, bro.
That makes no sense.
Thank you. When I said this at the store, the people looked at me like I was fucking crazy. I was like, "Are you guys insane?"
Those aren't SBs. If they don't say it on there, they're not.
Baron, even which I'll tell you the model. It's a 2023 freestyle pants. It only says Nike SB on the inside of the tag.
Doesn't
on
count.
The outside, it just has a white Nike sign. It has no SB markings
So they're
outside.
trying to kill SB. Like what's going on? Yo, what's the name of the pan? I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, let me find the serial number right now. See, this is the stuff I don't understand. They better not get on Artifact's ass. I'll tell you that much. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the chat so that you can see it. Yo, cause like I wanted to try and figure out like what Nike stuff you could easily get from any Nike store. You could just go buy a T-shirt and then add the Bad Take patch to it or whatever. I think that would be pretty fucking cool. So that we kind of decentralize Bad Take merch so that no one is like reliant, and then shipping in different countries and all this nonsense.
Hold on, but do you really need to use Nike T-shirt as a base? Because even in Los
Yeah,
Angeles, you can outsource
yeah.
it
I
to
don't.
the
I don't.
factory
I'll be honest with
and
you. I
okay.
don't. I mostly just wear Nike. I don't wear anything. I own Nike stocks. I'm not giving anyone else my money. I'll just be straight up with you, Polly. I'm one of those people. My entire closet is filled with Nike. I have a wallet filled with Nike stuff too. Cause I'm dedicated.
Dre, Kiro's gonna get me and you a cease and desist down here in the United States from Nike. He's gonna be chilling in Canada. Nike.
As long as we don't sell
No,
it, I think we'll be
yeah,
good. We can.
you can sell the Bad Take logo, no problem. You own it. But you can't sell the pre-assembled fit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not telling anyone to. I bought like the windbreaker jackets and stuff. Just the one that has, because like I want to put the Bad Take logo on the other side. They can't say anything about that. I'm coming to America too. I want to see them say something.
Once you start selling it, then you catch a cease and desist.
Yeah,
Huh?
I'm not trying to sell anything. I got nothing for sale except for some bullshit, to be honest.
Well, Kira, what we should do is, I mean, I got the email back from the guy. I can get a bunch of the patches made, or find someone local there so that I don't need to ship them, and you get some made there, and I get some made here. Some patches. But I think shipping to Canada is not bad, dude. When I priced out Japan, though, bro, they wanted $60 to send a snapback hat to Japan. And I said, Bombay, like, bro, I don't know what to tell you.
Charge it to the game, my guy.
It's free right
It
here.
wasn't, it wasn't too bad. On Tuesday from LA, I sent 4 comic books to Japan, to Merrill to kind of spread out to the rest of the guys that bought, and it cost me $60 to do it because I was like, what's the cheapest? And he said it'll get there in 15 days, and it was $60, and I was like, all right, that's perfect. To get it there next week would have been like $100 some. So yeah, and I think those 4 comics definitely weigh more than the snapback hat. So maybe just ask for the cheapest option that'll get there like within that month.
Yeah, it takes a while though. International shipping always takes a while, especially like a pair of shoes. It take like 3 weeks, almost a
It's
month.
like $25 to send from Canada to Japan. I think they're just trying to shaft all of my American homies. I feel like that's what it is like.
Yeah,
Sit down.
big shaft game.
Are you hungry, little buddy? You want dinner? Okay, let's go get some dinner, buddy.
Now these photos turned out pretty dope. The photographer there was killing it.
Yeah, bro. He said he was gonna get them to us on Friday, and today is Friday, bro. And you just got them all?
Yeah, he sent me 28 of them.
That's awesome. Hey, talk about our outfits now. We're all wearing the same shit. Ilan, where you at? Who's more fresh? We wearing the exact same outfits. I tried.
Compound ain't gonna let that go, bro.
No, black pants, except Snap. He's got camo on. That looks good though. Black pants and the CloneX LA jersey.
Yeah, that was fire.
What's up, Dre?
I just got out of the movie watching John Wick. I took my mom to the movies.
Pompisha hit me up trying to get me to drive 3 hours to go up to the middle of nowhere above LA to come watch the Nike movie.
Hey, I know we're gonna go tomorrow.
Yeah, bro. I told him like I'll drive for some shit, but I don't know.
Yeah, we forget how long it takes for you to get to where we are.
Yeah, that's a testament to the fact that I just be leaving really early. But yeah, that one's like 2.5 hours away.
That's crazy.
Maybe
2.5 hours away to get there, or there and back.
Well, I mean, I checked earlier today, so it was probably accounting for some traffic. So at least 2 hours there. Probably 4 hours round trip.
Yeesh, yeah. We'll have you in spirit, my guy.
Yo, throw the FaceTime on, put the phone in the cup holder right there. Don't get kicked out.
Yeah, it's always a plan. Nah,
I'm playing.
we're still trying to do some stuff for the clones next week when it comes to this movie. I'm waiting to see if we can get some stuff together, another community event. But we will see.
I'm gonna need you to get the clones together and go to some of these comic book shops and scoop up Shekinah's comic book, so it's just not lonely on the shelves.
You know what?
The
They probably
LA
would do that
folks.
if you followed them back and they felt like you were part of the community. They probably would do that. You know what I'm saying? They probably would.
Whatever. There are quite a few that I actually purchased at the event, man.
Well, I'm just saying, support comes from support. You know what I mean? That's how it works.
And I think we know I do support the community.
Nope. Ooh. Possibly.
Okay.
Well, we'll see how it goes, right? Only time can tell.
I mean, you asked for one, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm only one individual. You know what I'm saying? And I always support. But guess what? You gotta ask around, see how they feel.
Oh, they're
intimate.
I talked to plenty of people.
You can't hate on Shekinah, man.
I'm not gonna lie. At the
Always
time when the
supporting.
show was going on,
I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. No, I was saying at the time when your sale was going on, I didn't have any ETH. I'll go pick one up right now. I just been having like banking issues because I withdrew all my ETH money that in my public wallets out of fucking Ethereum at the time because I was frustrated with what's going on in the world. So I will go pick up a comic book right now, actually.
And I appreciate that, Kara, but I know you have my back. That's not even a question. And it's plenty of folks that certainly isn't a question.
Yeah, Shekinah's been highly supportive. She's been around since day one. I vouch for Shekinah's loyalty 100%.
Yeah, okay.
And I know she doesn't follow me because I had a conversation with her about it, and I respect the hell out of her decision.
See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. That's the point I'm making.
And I appreciate that he respects the decision, and we still do talk.
It's simple as a dimple, but I'm saying a lot of other people, if they don't have that communication with you to understand the decision, you know what I mean? It boils down to everything else. The same exact thing that you talk about when it comes to the founders and how they were reacting to people, to them not following them, right? It's the same vein, same feeling.
No, you can't compare the two. It's definitely different.
Why not? It's the same situation. It's just as simple as you said it was for everybody else to do it.
What do you mean?
If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. Effective communication, about having people feeling like they have support, right? It's just as simple as following somebody, being on their timeline, posting what they put up, you know what I mean? Showing love for the posts and the things that they do. If you're not able to follow other people to do that, how can they feel like they have your support? And which way do you support them?
Well, I support people in plenty of ways. Certainly most of it is in the DMs. But yeah, I mean, I'm not concerned about that. That's not something, and I know that's something that you like to seemingly whine about, every time.
No, don't take shots now because we talking. I'm not whining. I'm communicating.
But it's facts, though. It is facts, though. I mean, I appreciate that Kaiba, respects my decision, but yeah, it's just you. It's all right.
It's just me who's the one who will speak up about how they felt. I mean, but it's not necessarily a whine. And honestly, for real, it's mostly jokes. But I'm just being honest. A lot of people can feel that way. They won't say anything about it, but then when it comes to looking for support, they won't support based off of those feelings, based off of that sentiment.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
I
talking
just
about.
want Jarlin to follow me so I can fucking annoy the shit out of him like I do with the other founders.
I don't
I'm
want
not gonna
Jarlin to
lie.
follow me. I don't want Jarlin to follow me.
Right. We well, not necessarily a specific individual to follow you, but you are looking for support in your endeavors.
Yeah, and I often get support in my endeavors. So,
Well, that's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
and I appreciate that, and I
If you
appreciate the support that I
for
do
more
get.
support, you know what I mean? It comes with effective communication and support from you. That's all I'm saying.
There is effective communication, man.
I mean, I can just speak to a time that like, and Dre, I feel like I hear what you're saying. I feel like Shekinah's shown me support when I first started. I don't know if like this is kind of a while ago now. I haven't been doing it, but I started brutally honest a while ago, just to like randomly do it out of fun. Ava joined me then as a co-host, and then when we asked Shekinah, like, hey, could we do an interview with you and get to know you, hear your story, and kind of like, I don't know, hear your vision on Web3 and stuff. She joined, and that was super cool for me, to hear from her. And I don't know, I guess I just feel like she does a lot of that kind of stuff. And not to speak for you or anything, Shekinah, I just like, I don't know. I feel like I hear you, Dre, but like it is kind of like offensive almost.
In which way? In Shekinah, if you feel like I'm being offensive to you,
Oh no, it's like you're being an asshole,
okay.
and I like I have no problem saying that. Like I actually do, and it really does suck coming from a black man. So
Wow. What is what does that got to do with anything? If I'm talking to
but
you about a
you asked,
perspective,
and you
I
asked,
can't
and
as a
you
black
got an
man,
answer.
as
You
a
asked,
black
and you
man,
got an answer.
I can't have a different perspective from you without being considered an asshole. We can't
You
speak about differences
you
in our
you
perspective
asked, you
without
asked,
coming to a
you
conclusion. No,
asked,
I
right?
hear you. I hear you,
I
but
replied. You
I'm
asked a question. I replied. Right?
let me speak. Let me finish. Come on, man. You're a lawyer. Can I communicate? Let me
No,
finish.
we don't
Yeah,
let
we
people
can have a
communicate.
conversation.
Lawyers don't do that. We don't let other people talk.
Yo, we need our own Fidgetal. I'm calling it right now. We need Shekinah to become our Fidgetal. If she becomes our
Don't do that.
Fidgetal,
Don't do
we're
that. Don't do that, Kira. Oh Lord, don't do that.
She giving
yo,
fidgetal vibes
honest to
right now
God,
for
I'll put
sure.
you on every fucking huge stage. I feel like, we could take Fidgetal's position as the lawyer of Web3 that's irrational, and then we'll just pretend like you're irrational like him, and then we'll just go hard.
You definitely giving great fidgetal vibes right here. I'm just trying to have a conversation with you to give perspective. And I'm not saying that my perspective is 100% correct, but it is different from yours. And just because it's different doesn't mean I'm an asshole. And that's coming from a black man, a blue man, a white man, no matter what color I am. This is perspective. So maybe we can gain something from this conversation. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be about assholes or name calling. Just maybe a little bit of understanding. Because you have your position, right? I have mine. Everybody else has theirs. We all individuals. But that's how we learn from each other. When we take ourselves out of our own shoes and put them in somebody else's shoes, you see different perspective. And that's all I'm offering. So
I know
again,
you.
I apologize if it's coming off as me being an asshole. I'm just
I
looking to
appreciate it.
effectively communicate to someone opinion that I value. And that's
I
it.
appre- I appreciate it, and I think I know. I think you know that I value you.
Likewise, I think you know the same. I don't think that's up for debate, right? And I do know that. But I'm saying, back to the main point, if you're looking for other people who don't necessarily have that understanding of you, it is easily to have a misunderstanding of you. This might be something to help clarify that misunderstanding. That's all I'm saying.
They can come to me in the DMs, and we can talk about it.
Oh, Shekinah, you know they ain't coming. They ain't, they ain't been there
Then
yet.
bruh, you already know. You already know me. You
I
already
know
know
you.
me.
I know you, and I know just like you can call me an asshole, I can call you intimidating, and that's people
I
can.
can see that.
So there it
Yeah.
is. So how they
I mean,
coming with a barbed
what
wire fence?
yeah, what I can say is I appreciate all the LA clones that came up to me who I do not know and who came up to me and we spoke. and sat there, for hours speaking to him. So yeah, anyone who comes up to me and meets me, and if I'm at at an event, which I don't think I'm at many, but if I'm at one, yeah, I'm pretty easy to talk to, and certainly I'm willing to have conversations and DMs, and certainly do track like my DMs.
I mean, but still, even in person, man, all 5'4" of you is still intimidating.
It ain't even. I haven't got no 4 inches, man. It's straight. That's 5 foot nothing.
Well,
It's,
whatever it may
and
be,
barely
it
and
packs a
barely
punch,
that.
right? So people, even if they hear that, they could be on the sidelines of this conversation that you and I are having right now. Two individuals who respect one another. After this, you think they jumping in the DMs to have a conversation?
That is fine. They're gonna. I mean, it's certainly their loss. I mean, there certainly is a lot of value, and I think Kaiba already spoke to that, and a lot of people have spoke to that. So
We see that's a totally different conversation. No one's declaring any value or less than when it comes to that. I'm saying to you, main point, some people feel that way. And I know that for a fact because I've had those conversations where I had
oh
this.
no, I'm quite sure because
Yeah.
I certainly know a couple of them, and I think those are certainly some other issues, but I don't think that's the broader audience. And I think we know Shekinah is a part of different communities and
Yeah.
not just one community. And yeah, so
Just understand that perspective. You know what I mean? Take yourself out of your shoes and just, it might give you some greater clarity.
it wouldn't bother me. It would not bother me.
So speaking of other communities that especially Shekinah and myself are part of, I actually had an interesting conversation with Shaka Blood. It was like pretty cool because like I don't know, I haven't spoken to him directly since like when he was on Tezos releasing art, and like these guys need some help, man. They don't like he's like a super fucking artsy guy, but he doesn't know how to socialize. Um, Anytime that you're around Shekinah, you should come to one of his spaces because this guy doesn't know how to socialize.
No, I mean I know Shaka. I know Shaka very well. I mean I know he's worked with different people, and they just some of them just haven't been the best, and so he's been just trying to find like better people to kind of work with to kind of help him promote his project. Because I agree. I mean the Hoppers. I mean my goodness, I am a huge fan, of his work, and certainly have quite a few Hoppers. But no, yeah, just generating, and I don't get it either why it is so difficult, just for him to kind of find that audience. Like I know he's working with, what is it, Danny Phantom and Ash. Like I think Ash is like the ape with the cowboy hat, and to work with them for a while, and there's a friendship there with those guys. And I know they're certainly working hard because I saw the sneakers that he just dropped and that he designed with Rare Shoes. And then he had the whole like the new collection that he did. What do they call it? The drone pickers or packers. I can't remember because it's missing a vowel. So because I know he told me, and I don't remember where it's pickers or packers, but I know he did those probably like earlier last month, if not the end of February. It's one of the two. But no, I am certainly a supporter of Shaka. I mean, he let me use his IP, with the comic book. And yeah, some of his people actually, or one of his guys actually did a variant cover. So yeah, no, I mean, I certainly support Shaka, but goodness, like I think his IP has so much potential, in the character of the Hopper. So yeah, no, certainly support Shaka, man. Did you see the Alien Friends like today with their new drop? Or kind of like, was it Mutant Alien Friends?
Nah, how much is this gonna cost us?
No, it was something where like I didn't do mine. Like I was in the spaces, earlier, but you needed to burn your current alien friend, and then like with the incubator, and then it would spit out a new alien friend that has traits from Atari, Liquid Death, and then I can't remember the other two. And when is it like Vayner Sports? and I think there was one more collaborator that they did it with, but I didn't do it because I kind of want to keep the IP of the alien friend that I have. But the Atari ones look really cool. Like I'm looking at those. I haven't looked at secondary yet because, to be honest, I'm actually on Blur looking at clones. Um, but no, but it didn't drive up the Alien friend, the original ones. It didn't drive up like there was no price action movement on those on the original ones. So I think folks are just looking at what the new ones are. So I may give it a while and just wait.
We
But
had
the
we brought a doodle up. Let's hear this dude out. Before we
doodle,
take him. Yeah, there's a doodle up.
I saw a DGod profile picture before. Now it's a doodle. What's up, Osiris?
Wait. Before we jump into this, let's close out the conversation between Shekinah and us so we can move on. Just let me apologize in advance if you feel like I was offensive to you, because that's definitely not what I was looking to do. But you know me, effective communication. You know how it is. The respect is always going to be there, at least from my side to you. So just understand that, and we can leave it there, or we can jump to DMs and continue it on. But I have to say that to you first and foremost. Okay.
I appreciate it. No, we don't need to jump in the DMs.
Okay. Cool.
This phone's
um,
about to die. I'm just swapping. Sorry.
yeah, just to let you know, I'm gonna go to OG's space because he's doing that with the Aussies with the Aussie CloneX because that started at 10. So I'm gonna go in there. I mean, I'll listen to what Osiris has to say before I go. So you gotta go somewhere. Gotta.
Oh, we'll get in, Ben. Osiris ain't listening. And Kira back. Hey, I appreciate you guys having some like normal conversation up here. That was good. It was healthy. There was no arguing, and I appreciate you guys.
All day, man. That's what it's about, right? Effective communication all day.
Yeah, bro. Drake talks effective communication, and I learn, man. Every time, I just learn. I'm getting better at it. Yeah, Ben, what's up, brother?
Yo, what's up, everybody?
How you doing, man?
Chilling, driving to the Chick-fil-A. It's
Bro,
been a long ass fucking day, and I'm starving and don't feel like making anything. So headed to that's the best in the vicinity that I feel like it's not
yo,
a huge waste of time to get to. So
you know it's
Honestly, out of all the food that I miss from me not eating meat anymore, Chick-fil-A has got to be like top three.
yeah, no, it's it sure beats like Culver's or fucking McDonald's or all this other crap. If I'm gonna eat garbage, I might as well try to eat you know, the best version of it.
what we eat in Utah, man.
Well, you ate like 4 Chick-fil-A sandwiches in a single sitting, which was impressive.
Nah, bro, I had two, but yeah, let's
Was
cap.
it 2? It looked like I was like, yo, this man just scarfed out like, yeah. But
That was my
yeah, man,
first dinner, Ben. So like, it's our thing, yeah.
nice. I see Polly over there with a fucking crazy clone. Is that Polly with the flower? Yeah, Polly with the flower. No shit. Is this something that everybody brought up already? Should I?
Hollywood flower.
Sounds funny. Um, Wait, would you prefer me to have a heart instead of a flower there?
I prefer you do whatever makes you happy.
Yeah, so I tried different emojis. Among them were the peach, the heart with an arrow, and the flower. And somehow flower resonates more with this concept that I convey through my art, which is blooming consciousness. So I just kept it. Thanks for
Oh,
asking.
that's
Oh,
pretty deep. Um,
Uh,
Yeah, man.
if here,
How's everybody else doing right now? Just I'm sorry, I'm probably rugging. It's kind of fucked up here.
No, so we're doing a social experiment, Ant-Man,
All
and
right, fill me in.
Polly's rocking one of my clones to see if her timeline changes engagement-wise. She wanted to connect with more clones, get more clones on the timeline, and she goes in spaces and gets on stages a lot. So, the old get clones, clone visibility, get them on the timeline. So Polly's getting clones on the timeline, and that clone doesn't get seen a lot because I don't rock it as a PFP. So no better time.
Oh, that's a great idea, actually.
She said it's working though, bro. She said a lot of clones are connecting with her. Um,
I see a
once a
lot.
month.
I see like not a lot, but a couple of clones jumping into the space when I'm a speaker, and this brings the reassurance that clones are paying attention and they are in fact active in the community, but not necessarily they are community hangouts outside the bed take or chop shop or the artifact creators. There's none during the day. So we're gonna integrate them in all the communities that I love.
So what we're doing, Ant-Man, is anybody you see active out here, sorry to interrupt you, active out here on stages and spaces, any spare clones you have, and they don't mind rocking as a PFP, now we can fill the stages with clone art, right? Murakami art in that case. Get that clone up on the stage and people are like, yo, what is that PFP? And it could lead them, into kind of a rabbit hole of looking into the collection further. So that's a social experiment we're working on right now.
That's dope. Actually, I'm working on putting a few of the traits together for my clones, actually, to for my sisters to actually rock clones. Um, they're part of Sinomine. One's an animator, one's a technical garment designer. So yeah, I want to get engagement. So it's a great idea. I think it feels a little bit elitist on our end. Like, oh, I see a clone, so I just like run over and jump into space because there's a clone there. But like, I guess everybody gravitates towards their own, and yeah, it's a great idea.
I don't want to get too serious on the topic, but one of the main initial reasons I started Bad Take was because one, I saw Kuro, Shekinah, some other clones were always on stages, right? And I was like, okay, we're out there, we're on stages, we're talking. Me and Dre started getting more active in spaces, and I hit him up and I was like, I think, and it's crazy. It is a social experiment that we kind of put on is when you do see a familiar face or a familiar collection, you're a little bit more comfortable and you might jump up on that stage or you might feel like it's a space where you feel welcome, right? You might jump in there and like request to speak, right? So the whole reason I ever started Bad Take was to get clones on a stage where other clones or people just kind of felt welcome. And also any PFP down there listening, anybody can request, come on up, hang out. But the initial movement was so that people felt like there was a place. Oh, look, my people are right here. Like I recognize these PFPs. Let me practice speaking, right? And now it's allowing people to kind of build confidence and maybe get out in spaces and get out on Twitter in general. So what you just said was kind of the whole reason why we kind of started Bad Take was to, you know, get some familiar faces out there in spaces.
I had a question for Aunt Ben. For the hoodies with the what is it, Vega? Are you gonna? I don't know if you sold. I don't know what the process is, but are you gonna kind of show that process? Like of like kind of the manufacturing or just kind of the process that you go through to create.
Um, we weren't planning on it. It's yeah, I know people like to see the work in progress stuff. So maybe um, this stuff is actually already kind of in production. Some of it may even be done, but yeah, I mean, specifically, were you asking like the printing itself, or exactly are you?
I don't even know how. I have no idea how it's made. So just to kind of see, I mean, I imagine, yeah, like you would probably, I don't know, buy a bunch of hoodies and then you do some type of like printing, screening process, but I have no idea. So
Yeah. We didn't really. That's a great idea. We actually didn't think of like capturing all of that. I know that people do like seeing the work in progress stuff, but I just like to head down, get the stuff done. Yeah, maybe we'll capture some of what's remaining. Um, I think maybe what we could do is capture the printing of the holographic prints. Um, kind of show that. I think that'd be pretty cool. Um, but it's essentially the same process. It's just you burn a screen with the image, and then you basically pull the paint across. Um, basically, the little holes in the screen, and that's what creates the print itself. And so, it's the same process for the holographic prints as it would be for the hoodies and the T-shirts and stuff. So. Yeah, we'll get some footage up. That's a good idea.
I still rock my T-shirt. Love that T-shirt.
I appreciate you, man. We don't talk about that T-shirt anymore, though.
Yo, what happened with the T-shirt? Why? What?
Nothing. It was an inside joke. It didn't land well. No, the T-shirt's fine. Chris was rocking his while Dre was interviewing him. So I was it was a rough week, and after seeing that, I was like, wow, that's pretty dope to see that. So yeah, that was cool, man.
When I was having a conversation with him later and had a drink with him, and I was like, bro, I said, man, you should see the group chats right now because of the hoodie you wore. And he goes, no way. I'm like, yeah, the group chats are lit. They love the hoodie. Aunt Ben is like pumped. And I mean, you posted about it eventually, anyways. But he was stoked to hear that like we saw it, like it was seen on the live stream, and like that he got a chance to wear it where it was, in public, so he could rep it in public is what his goal was. And
Yeah,
where
it's dope. It's like there's so many people working and not making really money. Not that I'm saying that I haven't made any money, but like there's tons of other people, right? So the fact that like one of the founders is willing to wear merchandise that came from the community, it's like that's humongous. You know what I mean? Like it just shows a different level of I don't know. It's just super dope. I think it's a great thing. Obviously, I'm biased because it was something that I designed, but um, if anybody, I've seen him wear other stuff too. Like I don't know if it was a CloneX LA thing or
well, Zaptio got a CloneX LA jersey, like the one at the top,
right.
and
Right,
he
yeah, and they posted it, so it's super dope, man. Like, I'm just a fan of everybody who's out here grinding, making stuff. So it's super cool to see that. It keeps people motivated to keep going because sometimes it's like, what the fuck am I doing? If there isn't like some acknowledgement or if you're not making some money off of it or whatever, it's like you really got to question like what the incentive to continue. Besides the people that you meet and the community's great and everything, but it's like eventually it's like reality sets in. Like there has to be a purpose and direction, right? And so it's always good to see that, and and I'm sure it's like motivating and inspiring for other people. Like, oh man, this guy was wearing Ant's sweater. Like, shit, I'm gonna make something, and then somebody else comes up with some sick work, and I think that's dope.
um it kind of, yeah, so the physicals and like actually wearing the sweatshirts goes a long way, we know that. But even something as simple as like the shout out in the live streams when they were shouting out some of the creators in that live stream, the NVIDIA one, that was a huge deal for a lot of people, right? Because those were previously unrecognized, but then now they're actually like in an interview with NVIDIA bragging about some of the the creators in the community as well, and some of like the sub communities that have been created. So it's a big deal. Such a simple gesture can be such a big deal in this world, right? Especially when we're all growing together and we're all on our own paths and creating our own things, and to get some recognition from people you look up to, or like, you know, projects you look up to, or creators you look up to get a simple recognition as shit, a retweet, like Dre saying, a follow, a shout out in a video. um it's so wild how big of an impact that can have. So I think my lesson from tonight is, we know how much those little gestures impact us when somebody we look up to retweets or follow or whatever, right? So remember that you all got people that look up to you as well. So when somebody's, tagging you in something, or, sending you something, or um, you know, posting something, your like or your retweet or your comment could go a long ass way to somebody who might be looking up to you as well. Like, because there's levels to it, right? There's always, there's always someone who might be looking up to you. So that's the lesson I'm going to take from tonight, from Dre's effective communication, and then my talk with you just now, Aunt Ben, is that I already do it. I retweet anything and everything that I do see. I try to comment. I follow back pretty much anybody with an NFT profile picture that can prove to me that they're a real person. Like, come and talk, or have a discourse with me. I'll follow you back. But yeah, that's my lesson for tonight, dude. Is those little gestures can go a fucking huge way to motivate somebody to continue going, and we all can be a part of that as well. 100%.
And that's all the point that I was looking to make. I know it's it's easy. It's a slippery slope when you're speaking to people, and things could be taken a different way or delivered, seemingly delivered a different way. But that's all the point I was making. Like, support, we got support. Like, honestly, Aunt Ben, receiving your hoodie and your T-shirt that I purchased, the packaging, the construction of it all, gave me the inspiration to even want to link up with the homie Bobby and be like, yo, let's create these jerseys. Yo, let's create these t-shirts. Yo, let's do these shoes, because you were someone in the community. I saw the impact that you made just off of you saying, fuck it, I'm gonna do this, like balls to the wall. You know what I'm saying? If the if they don't like the way that I created, if the founders have an issue with any of these whatever that I'm using, it is what it is. I'm going for it. And then pulling up on everybody in New York with it, it set the tone for me, like, damn, that was real. And I've been around people who've created merch and clothes and whatever for decades. But being in this close knit community and reaching out and speaking, even us designing the t-shirt that we designed together as a unit, right? That very few people got. It's all inspirational. So that's the whole point that I'm making. Like, that type of support from someone that you know, and someone who's very impactful within the community, it creates a whole nother timeline. It goes so far. Like, you never know who's out there watching and how they feel from receiving that support. Like, Artifact just upped and followed a lot of people from Bad Take a couple days ago, and the group chat was lit. It was like Santa Claus came down the chimney. Like, oh shit, that's crazy. Because we had just had a conversation about how Artifact, the actual account, don't follow nobody. It was like, damn, bro, this guy pulling teeth to get a follow back from me.
Yeah, they still don't follow me. I'm gonna FUD them on Monday if they don't follow me by Monday.
Yeah, shoot for it, Hero. But I'm just saying, that type of thing, even though it's something as minor as that, it doesn't really mean much. But on the other side of the coin, it does, because we are a close knit community, and there's certain individuals within this community that a lot of people look up to. So once you receive that follow, or they actually put that intention to putting that energy towards you specifically, it's like, oh shit, I'm cooking out here. I must be doing something. You know what I'm saying? So it could be looked as trivial, but it could be looked as something that's very inspirational as well. So just,
Yeah, they follow me. I'm gonna spam them, so they better not follow me. That was a joke.
we got to keep that in mind when we move in and operating. That's what I'm saying. The same thing like Compound was saying. I almost call you Compton. Same thing the homie Compton was saying. I follow back the same people, right? Like just to let them know the support is there. That's how I ended up talking to Drew yesterday, just on no random shit. He named even a clone. He just was talking clone-ish, clone-esque, and jumped on the phone with him for an hour. You know what I'm saying? Because this close knit community, you never know what can happen just from having these conversations, just from a follow, from a retweet, from a like. You can end up meeting up, setting up business opportunities, and helping each other get to the next level, the next timeline, and things that never would have happened without that support. So yeah, that's all I was saying.
Yeah, I mean that was something that actually like when I started showing my artwork in galleries, um, I really had.
You there, Amban? You're rugging a little bit, my friend.
Man, super rugged.
Hello, yo.
Now are you back now?
Oh shit, my
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
I kept talking and I had hit the that was a bad take moment for the books. I was talking mad shit right now with the mic off. Um, I pulled up on Chick-fil-A. They were talking to me, but um, like when I started showing my work in galleries like almost 10 years ago, there was a lot of artists that I looked up to, and I realized really quickly that like they didn't have um, it felt very elitist. It was cutthroat. Um, and that's something that I learned in this space that like that's why for me like the uh,
You're super rugging again.
but no, like there was damn.
Now you back.
Okay, sorry guys. Anyway, just to
Chicago's
make it
nasty,
short,
man.
like to sum it
Nasty.
up. Sorry. Just to kind of sum it up, man. Like everything you guys said is so true, and I've experienced that on the other end of like somebody that I people that I respected as a younger gallery artist. It means so much to the I get a lot of DMs today. Like I don't consider myself like I'm just somebody who's creating stuff in this community. But you're right. Like people hit me in the DMs all the time. Like, hey, can I do this for you? And can I? And it's like I don't understand why they're doing it for me, but I also do understand um, that, like you said, there's levels to it, right? And people see people doing stuff and they wanna do something too. So yeah, it's extremely meaningful. Like I got the follow from Artifact and I was like, oh, that's just like an acknowledgement. Like, hey, we see you, right? Just like when I had gotten the verified creator role, I was just like, wow, that's insane to get that. Like that's an honor and something for me that like I don't take lightly. Like it's in my bio for a reason. Like it's extremely meaningful. So um, yeah, it's a good take, man.
That's a fact. No, it's a beautiful time that we are in when it comes to these type of communities and this type of project because like you said, even a follow back from an artifact or being added to the creator side of things officially is like, oh, you know, they see me, like you said, I'm being acknowledged for the work or the time or the energy or the effort that I'm putting in. They see me, they feel me, they fuck with it. It's lit and is very different now than it was even 5 years ago. To be able to be this close to a founder or a community manager or anyone who's in a leadership or management position with a project this big is amazing because you can be seen for whatever it is that you are doing. If you are a 3D creator, if you're an artist, if you're a communicator, whatever it is that you give to this world, it can be seen. And that recognition is a major deal. It's sometimes it's the thing that's needed in the most important time of your life. You might be just down and out in the dumps, like, what the fuck am I doing this for? and then someone jumps in your DMs and they say, "Yo, I love what you're doing. I love how you're doing it. I've been watching you for some time. Keep going. Like that stuff is amazing." And it'll just take you to the next level. So that's more so the same point I was making, just for more effective communication. Sometimes that recognition is needed. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it means a lot to a lot of people, especially people in this sector, because we all are creators, right? And creators usually are artists. And artists are sensitive about their shit. Like whatever it is they're creating as artists, they sensitive about it. It's they babies. They giving you a piece of some vulnerability that they had and share with the world. They looking for some recognition. They don't want to just, you know what I'm saying? Oh, just breeze over it. Oh, that was cool. Nah, let me know you fuck with this. You know what I'm saying? Or if it's me, let me know you fuck with me. Right? Some people aren't. Some people don't give a damn. Right? But the fact that you can get this close to people who hold these positions in a time like this can be life changing if it's utilized correctly. So I always look to give that recognition. I always look to give people they pat on the back. If I know what they doing and I fuck with it, I make sure I let them know that I fuck with it. That's the whole point of having this on Bad Take. Jump up here so we can tell you we fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to wonder. So it's a major, major thing. So I don't think people should hold that or take it for granted now, because you can change your life with these set intentions that you apply with that same energy. And people should just think about that.
Yeah, I try to remind myself all the time, and it's been good practice for me is don't be stingy with your likes and retweets, guys. Like, who cares what people think about you retweeting and liking shit all the time? If they're annoyed with you, they can mute you or unfollow you. Like, are you really gonna care about what somebody who's all bitter about how many retweets and likes you have thinks about you over you trying to support your friends and support the people around you or support the people that support you? Like, what's more important, really? So, like, I remind myself of that all the time. I'm retweeting and liking anything I like, art, CloneX shit, even if it's like other project stuff, if it's dope, like I'm gonna retweet it for them. Um, I just try to be supporting the people out here because in the end, dude, nobody gives a shit how many times you retweet or how many times you like anything. And if they do, bro, then like they can mute my ass. I don't care. Yo, if you guys want to know the master of this, turn on Kuro's notifications. Turn that motherfucker's I have his notifications on. Turn Kuro's notifications on and tell me if this man isn't the most active dude on Twitter. He's not listening right now. Dre's mad active too, but Kuro, bro, his noties go off, dude. He's in every space, retweeting, liking everything. Um, I spend my day trying to keep up with him, and he's a good pace. He's like a good pace setter, to be honest.
Man, I see like Bad Take, the chat is just going off all day long. Like I go in and like I just lurk, right? I'm like, yo, if I start engaging, like I'm not gonna get shit done. But like I'm always looking at you guys are insane. Like I don't understand how it's kept up. Like the amount of it's wild to me. But like I'm super happy and proud to be a part of that. You know, this part of the community. I think it's super sick, and I think this crowd specifically that hangs around in Bad Take in the chat in your community is like these are gonna be the leaders. You know, in the next few years, right? Like, you know, bull run, all that shit. But like, truly, like building with the IP and all that. I just feel like everybody in this space that's like in Bad Take in the chat, engaging on Twitter right now, clone holders. You know, everybody knows who they are. It's just like I see everybody just fucking excelling in the space in the next few years, and you know, I feel proud to be a part of that because I know like there's just gonna be, you know, and then it's to your point earlier, like the ability to provide opportunity to people that like you know are good people or people that like have the same value system that you have. They like the same things that you like. Um, it's like retweeting and liking. Like, who gives a shit? Like, if somebody I retweet and I like everything, I just scroll down and I just if I see something clone related, I hit the retweet. I like it. I comment if I can. But I feel like it's the same with like in real life opportunity stuff. Like there's people making shit left and right. Um, it's about connecting and building as a larger collective. Like there's always these subgroups and stuff, but like the for the greater good, if we work together, like I know that sounds kind of corny, like some kumbaya shit, but it's really true, especially at a time like this where you know everything is just getting farmed on the earth, you know. Uh, no, but the collect for the greater good, collectively we work together. I mean, imagine in a couple of years where everybody's going to be and like the opportunities that are going to present themselves. I mean, you guys held Bad Take in LA and you had fucking Bobby Hundreds on there. Like, do you understand? Like, that's insane.
It's
Bobby
mad wow.
Hundreds and Chris Lee. Like, yo, this is the first live Bad Take. Fucking got Bobby Hundreds and Chris Lee. Like, that's insane. Like, where do you go from there? You know
Oh
what
yeah, we go up. We go up. But that's what I'm
I mean? Right,
saying. Like
right.
same messages pushing. Like I was saying the same thing when we were getting the CloneX LA meetings together, even planning this stuff out, and we were going to pivot and go into a different direction. And I'm like, no, we doing this. This is going to happen. This is what we got to do. Nothing else matters. We no secondary because it's major. But how else would we be able to do this stuff without us building in the way that we are right now? This energy is so important. And I think a lot of people just skate over it like it is what it is. Just some people talking like, no, we are constructing our realities with our thoughts and our words and our actions. And now you seeing it happen in real time. Bobby Hundreds and fucking Chris Lee sitting on the stage on our event. So if we setting the bar high there, and that was last week, and you know what I say, yesterday points don't win today's game. So what we doing for the next game? It's up. It's only up from here. But we building together as a community, utilizing this energy to create the reality that we want as a unit. And that's what we on. So yeah, man, it's all important. You can breeze over it if you want to, but that's up to you. You know what I'm saying? It won't be happening like that over here. We're only building.
Yeah, I tend to say a lot, like in real life business, like the seat at the table doesn't last forever, right? And you get on board now and like help build and help create value and add value to the community however you can. And honestly, like I got into NFTs like late 2020, and I was on Clubhouse, and people used to say that shit all the time, and I'm like, yo, I'm just here trying to sell some art. And I didn't see what they saw, which is like, no, you got to provide some value to these people. Like, show up, talk, have conversations, engage, interact, share, educate, right? And myself, like when I first got into the NFT space, I was just completely oblivious. And I realized when I got into the CloneX community, it's like, man, those people were right the whole time, you know. And so, yeah, man, just add value where you can. I'm gonna go eat this Chick-fil-A though, so we'll chop it up later, y'all.
All right, man. I appreciate you, man. Enjoy that Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
You
bro.
value.
Enjoy it for me, man. Enjoy it for me, cause shit.
If you're ever if you're ever having a rough day or a rough week, like you said you were that last week, hop in here, bro. We'll remind you how much value you add to us.
That's a fact. Real
Hopping.
quick, that's real.
Appreciate you guys.
Yo, so we were talking. Um, a lot of people were voicing that they wanted Artifact to be more active and kind of engaging with posts and engaging with the community, engaging with just about anything, and along with the team as well, right? But it wasn't until this last week, Dre, that you're right, and this goes back to those little gestures, right? A follow back from the page, or chatting with Chris, and I pulled a Dre, and I was like, man, how have we hung out multiple times now, and you haven't followed me back? He goes, bro, I follow you back. He thought the whole time he did. And I go, no, 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 check. He goes, oh my God. I said, you're the only founder I've hung out with in real life multiple times and without the follow. But I knew But okay, so this goes back though. The little gestures like that, right? But recently, what I was saying is Artifact. They must have had a meeting, bro, because they have been way more active on the retweets. They've been active on the follow back. They've been active like in Jack's campaign, the All for One campaign that's been going off today, the last 2 days. We got word last night that we were kind of concerned that they might not partake in it. Like Anya scared us last night, so we're all like, why won't they partake in it? And it turns out they did, bro. They did partake in Jack's campaign. And I guess all I want to say is they're listening and they've adjusted. And this space, you can pivot, you can adjust, you can change fire, and you can make, you know, change your moves, man. And they are. So I think that's huge. I
Dude,
think
that's a lesson for us to learn though too, right? Like, stop fucking flooding the shit. We can adjust our attitude as well to make this work in unison. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'd say that jokingly. You can FUD if you want to FUD. It's up to you, right? It's not for me to say, but just take note of that, like how that energy change, that energy shift changes everything on the landscape. Them listening to us, hearing our feedback, applying those changes to their actions changes the frequency of everything. And it's we live off of each other, right? Symbiosis relationship. So if we feeding negativity and yelling and bullshit, they come like, man, like anybody else, fuck that shit. I don't want to be around that. If you going around a homie where all he do is complain, you stop coming around after a while because it becomes something that drains you. But if you're hanging and speaking to someone who has a lighter look at life, they speak with optimism and positivity. Those are people you want to be with because you like every time I come around them, I leave feeling better than I initially felt when I got there. So we keep that in mind and support each other, right? Support, that's the key word. That's the Pee Wee Playhouse word of the day. Support. We support each other. It only goes up from here because there's too many talented individuals within this community that do so many things, a wide range of things where we can capitalize off each other and build up. Like this last event, I learned so much. Like even the homie who took the photos. Next event, guess where I'm going for the photos? You know what I'm saying? And he's not even a clone, but it's just I learned that this person does this extremely well. So I'm going to them next time. Guess where I'm going for streaming purposes or recordings or food or bartenders or you know what I'm saying? You get to learn and you start to have your team of people that you can go to and support and they support you and then everybody comes up and wins together. That's the name of the game. So those little things do matter because they turn into big things in no time.
I did get the lead bartender's phone number for us. I'm sure you already had it, but I was chatting with him and he fucked with the event and said if we had more coming up. I just was getting down contacts I could because I was thinking in the same way you were. Let me write down these contacts real quick just so we have them.
100%.
Bro, there was a point that I wanted to touch on, and it was I don't want people to go back and think, okay, look, we flooded, like we flooded and they adjusted fire. Like they didn't adjust fire because you're flooding. They're adjusting fire because there were a few really dope people in this community who decided to give proper critical feedback in a proper way, right? Like you give good critical feedback, that's not FUD, right? Like there's people like Dre said, I watched people leave group chats because of how toxic some of the people were getting with their FUD. It got kind of bad. And why do people want to hang around like a community that just sits and FUDs themselves or just gets that toxic? So I don't think anybody in here does it. A lot of us are pretty good in here, but I think that everybody can work on giving proper critical feedback. Like if you got feedback and you want to be heard, just put it out into the universe in the right way or put it out on the timeline in the right way and it'll be listened to, it'll get read. There's just the right way to do things. And you touched on it well, Dre, is like why you want to hang around that homie who's always whining and bitching and never actually like providing solutions to fix his fucking problems or the problems of that he's having. Nobody wants to hang around that person. But like if you're not happy with things and you can give good feedback, that's a whole different story, right? And then once the good feedback's put up, like you're giving good feedback, then you sit and see, okay, let's see how they adjust fire now. Let's see how they pivot. How do they adapt? And right, they have and they are pivoting, and that's what's important, honestly. But what's up, Von Stoll? You've been up here the whole time. I haven't even said hi to you. It's just me and Dre talking to ourselves now. Kaiba's gone too.
Yep. Holding
There it is.
discussions as I eat pizza with the family.
Me and Dre
Yeah,
just
I'm still
talking
here.
about this space. What's up, Kaiba?
Dre, I thought of you today. I got a new gym membership, and I'm like, shit. I guess I should probably get into the CloneX Fitness Club if there's still room. I know I tried to join before.
Wait, am I rugged? Is somebody talking, or are we just doing a moment of silence?
No, Kaiba's talking to you. He's actually giving you some flowers right now.
Son of
Oh,
a
damn, let
bitch,
me leave
you
and
can't
come
hear a
back.
word
Don't
I'm
let the
saying?
flowers die.
Yeah. Yeah, I
that
think
sucks.
he's about to come. He'll come back up. I heard you, Kaiba. Don't worry, bro. I heard you. I'll let you retell the story too.
Yeah, true story today. I had canceled my old membership how long ago, and just bought a bunch of equipment. But then today, Dre, you back?
Yeah, he's coming up here.
See, he probably can't hear me because he doesn't follow me.
That's
Yo.
not yo. Say that ain't the truth.
I'm just kidding.
Kaiba just followed me back today, by the way. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh shit, I couldn't resist. You can hear me though?
Yeah, I hear you now. My bad.
Yeah, no, it's good. I was saying I joined a gym today, so I thought of you. And I was saying I got to get into the gym club if you're still accepting. I tried to join before, but I did not make it to a gym, and that part's on me. So I fixed that today.
Let's go. It's every day, right? As long as you're making no choices today, you all good. Of course, we got space for you, bro. Come through.
Every day so far, every day since today.
One day at a
Okay,
time,
breakfast
baby.
pretty.
Congratulations on today. That's all it takes.
I
That's all
did
you got.
start. You'll be proud of this too. I did start the year with no alcohol, so I have yet to have alcohol this year too. My goal was 3 months, which I will hit at midnight tonight. I'm probably not going to celebrate with a cocktail, although I thought I would. Turns out, after not drinking for 3 months, I don't really care to drink that much.
You're past
But
the
I did
point.
start a gym membership, so good correlation.
You're killing it, bro. That's how it works. It's a slippery slope. You're gonna be giving up all types of stuff that affects your energy from this moment forward.
Oh hell no, no. One step. This is enough for now.
And congratulations on your 3 months tonight at midnight, man. That's huge. That's really big. I'm gonna send you a link to the CloneX LA Fit Club in your DMs.
Yo, Kaiba, are you still doing your spaces that you had mentioned earlier?
No, honestly, after Ava and I were talking, and we're like, man, I don't know. I feel like because we were only, it just feels like you got to do more. We were doing 1 hour a week. It was really fun. We were getting a lot of just really interesting people on there. But it kind of felt like if we wanted to grow it, we'd have to get on there more often, and that just wasn't going to work with what we could do for time commitments right now. So just kind of drifted off and left it where it is.
I've hopped in there. I hopped in there a couple times, at least twice. I remember you hosting. It was maybe in January, February. You were still doing them in January, February?
Yeah, that's right. Honestly, like I started it. It wasn't meant to be like I'm gonna do these things every day or anything like that. But it was when clones were like first starting to get fudded hard as fuck. and everybody was just hating and hating and hating. And I'm like, God, I just feel like everybody's just been in like what, La La Land or something. Like they didn't know that shit could happen. Like, and they're blaming this person, blaming that person. I'm like, okay, somebody needs to just. I just feel like this community, we need to like get our shit together again. So I was like, I know. Let's just speak some brutal honesty and make sure people know that this is an extremely speculative asset and shit goes wrong all the time in speculative assets. You could have got fucked even worse from buying Netflix at its peak and selling at its bottom. I do finance and it's fun.
Remember the time frame. We had a lot of really immature holders in the community that have, a lot of them have cycled out, and the NFT space in general, not just CloneX, had a lot of immature holders, right? They were here for the pump, for the fun, for the number go up. And now that shit's getting hard, they're actually having to figure out where they can maybe provide value here if they want to just stick around. And it's not everything's, all sunshine and rainbows now. Like shit's just not like it was in the bowl. They are just leaving, bro. So it's what cycles do. It cycles out the people that were here for kind of the wrong reasons. They say what the market can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent, right? So it's going to cycle those people out. But what we talk about all the time in here is that the people that do stick around through these hard times or through the bear, like these are going to be the people that are here for the right reason. They're the ones here that are trying to build a network inside of a community to set themselves up in a position that benefits them in the bull market. So I completely agree, bro. I think that we've started to cycle a lot of that out, dude. I think it's still here, but somebody said earlier that I think that Artifact is passing its FUD phase, and I think they do go in cycles, bro. And I don't mean to monologue, but every project's gonna have some shit they fuck up on, right? And that's why I try not to ever talk no shit about other projects during their hard times, because every project is gonna have a hard time. Stuki's had their hard times, Doodles had their hard times, we've had our hard times, like bro, it just happens. So the next project cycle, good and bad, man.
I feel like we've come so far, actually. Like I can see we've come so far in, I don't know, just last. I mean, it's been like almost a year. I mean, kind of crazy.
Ty, but I'm interested to know your story from what made you get in here in the first place.
To CloneX or on this planet?
No, I know how it works to get here on the planet. I don't need those details. I'm talking about CloneX.
Hey, I want to hear those. I'm just kidding.
I bought a pair of God, how did I get this is a while ago now. So Shiboshis was my first NFT I ever got. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but it was like the Shiba Inu token was blowing up at the time, and they were going to launch this NFT, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe that would be a good time to try and mint one. So that was the first NFT I ever minted. Through that community, people were like, oh, yeah, there's some CloneX type of mint coming up, but it's supposed to be expensive as hell. And, I made a bunch of ETH off these Shiboshis. And I'm like, well, how much is it? And people are like, nobody knows. You have to buy a pre-sale item right now. But there was, all the speculation. So I bought a pair of the Fiwo shoes and sadly never got them forged. So I have a pair of unforged Fiwo shoes now, which I'm hoping someday will grant me a pair of Fiwo kicks. We'll see. But that's what got me in. And I just learned about the founders and everything and listened to some old podcasts of some of them. I feel like they're a winning team. And I thought, well, I don't care what the price is. I'm going to buy as many of these as I can afford. Been here ever since. I actually got to mint on my wedding day, Dre. So get that. Pretty insane.
That's fire. That's fire,
yeah.
though.
And then I bought more shit on my honeymoon.
So did you buy mint disc or like mint passes for the Artifact mint, or did you buy clones afterwards? I mean, you minted one. How many did you mint, and then how many did you buy after? I mean, you don't got to tell me your whole bag, but
no, it's good.
Give us the bag.
I love hearing. I didn't get to mint, man. Like I bought my first clone at like 15 ETH, bro. So
Oh
anybody
wow. Yeah.
bitching about like the market, I don't want to hear. Nobody's allowed to talk to me, dude.
No, I mean I minted like 10 or 11. And I bought a few, I've sold a few. I still have 8. But I bought like the one that you see here. Like I sold a couple clones and bought this one for 20 ETH, and that was a fucking steal of a deal at the time. Still would be. It's not going anywhere for anywhere near that price. But yeah, I sold a clone when I was going to forge a bunch of stuff. So I forged a bunch of shoes and everything, clothing. I don't know. I've been here the whole time doing pretty much everything there is to do. There's been a lot to do.
Oh, bro. No, that's dope. I love hearing everybody's mint stories. Yeah, I wish I would have been around during that mint, man, but I found NFTs late. I was messing around in DeFi. And I would just see the Instagram post and maybe like eventually it hits Facebook 10 days later about like Bored Ape selling for X amount of money or whatnot, CryptoPunk selling for X amount of money. And I was just like, what the hell is going on over there? When I first came into NFTs, Mutant Apes had just dropped their 4 ETH. At the time, it was $12,000 or something like that, $3,000 ETH. And then clones must have been right around that price too. They had just minted about 3 ETH right around that same time frame, right? Um, and I remember looking at both collections, just going that I liked them both, right? And I ended up going the route that most new people do, and you end up going and get rugged by a few rug pull derivatives. First, you got to go earn your wings. Like, come into the space, go get rugged a little bit, go earn your rug wings. And then you go, you know what? Maybe I should look at one of these big projects, these yugas, these artifacts, and just kind of stop getting rugged and put my money in one of these two projects. And that's what I did. Now between, I got other side land, we have a mutant, we got some clones. So that's my story, bro. But I did buy my first clone up at like a robot for like 15. Um, and we've been here ever since, bro. What's up, Kuro? Kuro minted.
Yeah, I minted, but I got a bone to pick with the artifact creators that have other projects like Chaz. Why the fuck don't I get whitelisted to any of this stuff? Um, I'm a big minter. I like to mint stuff. I like to support the community, but I don't know what the fuck's going on. I obviously am not competent enough to know what's going on. So somebody's got to put me on, man. Like, what's going on here? If I was competent, there'd be no way that it took me 3 hours to put up a monitor arm on a fucking desk. I went through 2 desktops. The first one, the corner broke off, so I had to go buy wood and cut it so that there was a more even distribution of the weight. Some fucking D-God bozo fucking explained that shit to me because I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, I just want whitelist to whatever people are creating so I can actually mint it. I'm gonna go buy some of the cultivate stuff right now. I'm just yeah, I just want to mint with everyone else because I enjoyed the mint process of the clones. I got 2 fire clones for my public wallets. All my other clones were either fucking human or not good looking robots, so that was not great. But I like to mint. That's what I got.
Well, at least you get the mint animus when it comes up. Yeah,
Oh, bro, I'm max minting. Yeah, I don't even care if there's no more Murakami traits. That doesn't really bother me. All I know is I got a bunch of nieces and nephews, and I'm gonna put them to fucking work, playing the game for me. I'm gonna win. It's just like I sent my nephew 3 of those other side lands, and I told him he now has mortgages. He has 3 different mortgages. When stuff you can start fucking collecting resources and stuff, you better have my money at the end of every month. I don't care if he's my nephew. I don't need that bread, so I can mint more stuff.
Bro, I try to the best of my ability, my wallet's ability, to hold one of each of all the like clone led projects. Like I've got Von Soul's art, I've got a driver helmet. I got a source file, and I ended up pulling like the third rarest driver helmet. Ilan was gracious enough to send me a Clone Force Guardian that I need to stake still. I can't.
Yeah, this none of what you just said makes any sense to me. I just want to own things. I don't even like, bro. I'm not gonna stake anything. It's not leaving my fucking wallet. Um, Somebody sent me a bid on my bean. I don't think they understand. I'm gonna have to move that to the same wallet as my clone in a second because people think I'm selling. I'm not selling anything. Maybe some bullshit fucking comedy, but that's about all I'm selling.
I've got some junior stuff. Who am I missing? Um, Probably Kreia. I don't have any Kreia stuff, and that Spaces earlier was fire with Kreia.
Yo, so how does that work? I seen that how does this all work? Like, okay, help me out here, guys. So, okay, let's go to Okay, this is the wrong computer. We have too many computers, guys. I'm like, so what I did was I bought a new gaming computer. Cause I gotta show you. I'll send the logo inside of the chat in a second. But I got a clone to help out work on the logo for the esports team. Um, I think it's a vibe. I need some other opinions because I'm ready to yes man myself at this point in life.
I don't know how anything works, bro. Don't ask me. I'm just collecting dope art. Ilan's gonna help me, do the staking. He just left, so he's not gonna help me right now, apparently.
Dude, at least you knew there was staking. That's huge.
Well, Ilan has reminded me twice now, and I have it here in my hot wallet. Actually, I could probably do it after I'm done. So Ilan he's a pretty big collector, and I think that he was given some Clone Force Guardians, and he sent me one because I'm interested in the ecosystem. So he sent me one, and he's gonna help me with staking and everything. So should be fire.
Yeah, so this OG chat that they having right now, this OG space I'm in, what's it about? Should we jump in it up?
Yeah, we can rate it if we want. You want to put it at the top?
I gotta find it. I wonder if it's still even going.
Watch
Yes,
him, and then nobody has a place to hang out.
I wonder if it's
What's
yeah,
it about? I know.
let me scout it. I'll be back.
What's up, arch nemesis? Tell me your minting story, bro. Is that what you came up here for, to talk about minting story?
Oh no, I just came up, chill. There's not a lot of people in here tonight.
Fridays are mad slow like that, bro.
Yeah, that's when I come out the woodwork.
Your week of work is done, and you come out to have a sip. Have a little sip and kick it with the homies.
Yeah, no, I actually don't drink other than when you saw me in real life, man. I I normally don't drink, so yeah, that weekend was nuts for me.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I don't drink except 1 week in a month. I just black out for 4 days straight. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, you're not far off, honestly. It was fucking. I went hard. It was fun. But
Yo, go ahead, bud.
no, so yeah, I came into NFTs early, kind of early, 21 type shit, and how I got into Artifact was I minted a meta key, and that was kind of my first play. So I have all three of the meta keys, which is a cool project. If you're not familiar with that, check it out if you want. And then that gave me a mint disc, and then yeah, it's just kind of downhill from there. Like spiraled, Florida Cool Cat for all the merch, shit like that, man.
Yo, before I go off spending like a shit ton of money, is there anyone in here that is familiar with Marvelous Designer, and would like to make the 3D versions of the black, or I just keep having Black Hoodie on my mind. I apologize. I want a bad take Black Hoodie. I have problems. Okay. But would like to design it, and then we can just like I'll pay you tonight before I start spending fucking money on DGods. Yeah. Basically, need a 3D model of a black hoodie with the Bad Take logo on it, and a bucket hat, and a couple other things.
Yo,
We need to
Kiro,
get prepared. Yo, I'm listening to these bozos, DGods. They don't have anything yet. And even I'm thinking of making a DGod T-shirt to give the clones that have DGods, because there's a bunch of them. I've helped like at least 20 or 30 DGods, just like with the ecosystem. But we need like, that's the other thing. Like one Bad Take website, one Bad Take blog. We have so many fucking. Where did Dre go? Dre tried to get out of responsibility that I'm gonna put on him. This motherfucker, man. I
wait,
love this guy, but he always knows when I'm gonna come on my bullshit to get some shit done.
yo, I got questions. If you got a second, Arch and Kiro, Von Soul's sleeping apparently. Um, what do you guys think? Dre has been pushing me, and I've been seeing some tags to make like a Bad Take Twitter account, and I'm just like,
Yes,
I just don't,
yes,
I don't see a lot of other of the Spaces hosts have their own like
yeah, they do.
accounts
Yeah, they
for it.
do.
All right, well,
They
let me
do
go.
have their own accounts.
I,
Look at the Daily Alpha. Look at look at
what's Leaps? What's Strike Guys? Tell me those.
yeah, Leaps and Thread guys. They don't have it yet, but it's coming. Actually, I'm the one that's kind of like dealing with that stuff for them.
So here's the thing. I
Also, there's
did.
sponsorship stuff. Yo, I'll tell you guys something. I like it. I like to see people make money. You want to know why? Especially creative people, because they spend their money on making more cool shit. And that's the fucking thing that we don't have enough of. Is like, yo, bro, I get paid. I'm not, okay. So I'm just gonna tell you guys straight up. I get paid a lot to go sit on stages. Okay. I don't have fucking anything to contribute. I don't care about whatever they're doing. I care about clones. I care about Yuga assets. I care about Sappy Seals. I care about DGods. I care about Utes. I care about Animus eggs. I care about my bags. I actually don't care. I don't, and I like people. Those are the only two things I can't. My bags and people. I don't like anything else. I like most of these NFT things that are minting. I don't care about them. They're not made by anybody that's in a community that I care about. They don't make any fucking sense. They're not cool. These guys like tried to send us these freaking, I don't know, they were like war hogs or some shit. I don't even know what the fuck was going on. And like, we got to start promoting our internal creators, because like there's so much static out there and so much garbage that people don't really like. Even in our own communities, I don't know half the shit that's going on. And I think like
Well,
having a blog and having a main account that's like not going to clutter up your personal account is essential to growing it, growing our community. Our community is in the business of good vibes. I don't see why we can't build a business based off of good vibes. Like, I just don't.
so I originally, no, I appreciate your outlook on it, and I have more questions for you, maybe Arch. I originally secured like a Twitter page back bro, when I got the idea for the name of the space, I was like, all right, let me secure Twitter space and email, or a Twitter and email. But I haven't used it because it's not at the level like where I can't bro. I don't know how you do it, Cure, but I can barely manage a single Twitter page, my own, let alone a second Twitter page.
Bro,
Like
I'm
it
managing
took me.
like 20 different fucking
I
Twitters.
know,
You would
bro.
never fucking know.
That's what I'm saying. It's not
Did you
at the
see the new
level.
setup? Thank you, Demi. Shout out Demi God. Yo,
What did
I
Demi
got my
do,
new
bro?
setup. I feel good. I can see everything going on around me. I got my streaming set up. I got my like two different Mac minis. One of them is for programming. The other one is for graphics stuff and video conferencing. Bro, I'm fucking locked in. I'm not locked in ETH like locked in ETH, but you know, I'm close. I'm locked in.
Yo, Compound,
Bro,
I mean, it's a totally legit, like, especially if you want to be able to have your personal opinion from your own account, then bad take could be, more of the business sense. It's not, I don't look at you as a business. I don't look at bad take as a business, but I agree with Kuro that you easily could monetize this, yes, and you should.
Oh shit! No, I'm not even in a monetization state. That's not even what I'm talking about.
Well, by building,
Like I like
like, sorry, I apologize. Please go ahead.
no. So yeah, not. I wasn't referring to in like what I mean is do you feel like it's at a level where it needs to have its own tags? Like somebody can tag the merch, oh bad take, and not have to tag me and Dre. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the only thing is when people go, oh shit, there's not a bad take Twitter. I can't tag the hat or the merch, the shirt or whatever. I guess that's why the question has arisen because there's not the tag. They've just been tagging me and Dre, which I'm fine with because I haven't needed to manage like a whole new account yet because I didn't think that it was at a level where it needed its own account. Maybe it will be soon, or maybe it's best to start now. Dre is on the page where he's like, oh, it's best to just get it running, get it started now so that it could just start growing. Um, and then we have a small space here. I value your guys' opinion, so say fuck it. Let me ask what everybody thinks.
Yeah, I mean, it'd probably end up, well, I'm not going to say it would end up like it, but I mean, right now, yeah, the CloneX Utah page probably doesn't get much action.
You know what I'm saying? Or like, okay, let me look at it real quick. Utah CloneX. That's what I'm saying is CloneX LA does all right. They be popping. Yeah, so CloneX Utah. I guess it's a page though to tag everything in, right? But
Yeah,
you're
I mean,
right.
I think you could
That's my
start it
thing is
even if
like
it's.
that's my thing is if do I want to start a page if it's not going to have consistent tweets, consistent action, a decent amount of followers because then it just doesn't look good. It's got 24 followers on a Twitter page. It looks freaking terrible, right? And that's my whole thing. But I guess you can never grow it if you don't start it. And I'm being completely transparent with you guys. I just want to. I don't give a shit, dude. Like I'm talking to y'all. Y'all, all of you guys are the ones that are in here every night, and I've had feedback from Snapback, at least one, maybe one other that said, "Oh shit, I tried to tag the page and I couldn't find it," or "I wish there was a page to tag." And I told Dre like, "Well, I mean, right now I don't mind me and him getting tagged in bad take stuff, but I could see a point in the future when maybe there needs to be a page." And he was like, "Well, why not just get it running now?" So, what do you think, Alcy?
I think you should do it. I think you should create a page, and I think one of the reasons for that is it just allows people to pick the option that works best for them, so they can follow it. They can turn on notifications. They'll know that it'll be focused on bad take, um, and it just allows them to be closer to, I think, bad take or you and Dre and what y'all are doing, and tag y'all separately too in different things as well. So I think it's a win to create one.
And then see, I appreciate your take. And then continue just to host from this account. Like I don't want to have to do what other people are doing where they host from like one phone on one account and then they jump in as a co-host as another account, right? Because I enjoy having Kiro and Dre like co-host, and I don't want just like a dead phone on on a on the account. I don't know. What do y'all think on that part? Just have the page so it's there and just keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Where's the social media masters at? I know Kiro's got 20 pages. I know what his take already, but where the masters
I
at?
mean, if you turn it on, it right, it gives you like if you just throw it on the stage, it gives you a starting point. Like you can always get rid of it later on if you want to. Uh,
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Kind of grow the following a little bit to a place where you feel more comfortable over time.
Yeah, no, that's smart. Yeah, no, like I said, Drake called me about it the other day, and I was like, bro, uh, before I had the first bad take space back in January, and I started the Twitter page and the email. Like I have it. I just have not used it, and I haven't been spreading it because I haven't like we've been able to keep up with everything between me, like my page and his page. It's not a lot of work, right? You start adding in all these other pages and communities and I'll never have a Discord. I don't care what any of y'all say, and there's never gonna be a fucking Discord. Dude, I can't stand Discord. Where's the Discord mongrels at? Shake's not even in here. But yeah, no, I appreciate you guys.
The other thing too is, and I'm not saying that you're going to want to do this in the future, but if you want to maybe take a day off from Bad Take or something like that, somebody could run it off the Twitter account, right? You could share the password for the Twitter account or something like that. So it just gives you more options, I think.
Oh, flexibility, you're saying. Or shit, I'm doing the wrong emojis. There you go. No, that's actually a good idea. Or yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. I have a pretty weird at right now. That's not that bad actually, but all right, guys, I'm gonna work on this.
But yeah, I was trying to tell somebody about Bad Take, and then I realized that your account, I couldn't search it up, and so just from that perspective too, right? I think hopefully if like one of your accounts gets shadow banned, at least the other one is still out there, still searchable as well.
Bro, I was search suggestion banned. It was terrible. Nobody could search me, man. And yeah, so you must have been looking for it right when like I was search suggestion banned. That's damn. Did you end up figuring it out?
Yeah, I just went through Jay Millie's page and I found a tweet that he'd either retweeted of yours or something like that.
Yeah, people had to go through the DMs to find me and shit. Yeah, no, that might be another way to have it too. When we were out networking in LA, actually, um, we were introducing ourselves and kind of talking about what we were doing. And, they wanted to follow the page. They were like, oh, we have our personal Twitters. That was another thing that was kind of a sign. And then, which wasn't a big deal, right? Because now, like, we're still growing our network. But I think the big point was like being able to tag things. And then, like you said, having the flexibility to like run from the account if needed, or if I can't, God forbid, I get shadow banned again, bro. So, what do you think about all the stuff happening in the Yugi ecosystem, bro? You have other side land?
Yeah, I do. I was lucky enough to grab a few extras as well. So it's crazy. Like there's a lot going on. It sort of feels like when I was first trying to get into Artifact. So I think you'll have a leg up in that perspective, right? There's so many different pieces that are moving around. Um, so I think trying to understand that and trying to explain that is something that that'll be a challenge in itself. But it's exciting. There's some fun stuff planned for sure.
What do you mean when you were first getting into Artifact, the excitement, like just all the gamification of everything? Is that's what you're excited about? I have two other deeds as well, and I'm seeing now that the Mara are coming soon, so that's exciting. I just got my second trip badges on there, or like first trip badges on there. I don't know if you participated or not, but um, yeah, dude, no, it's exciting about this mini game that's coming. Like that's what I'm looking forward to. Keep me occupied. Give me some way to monetize whatever is going on, and keep us mentally occupied, and you'll have a happy community.
Yeah, that seems to be the name of the game. I just meant from the Artifact perspective that when I was first joining Bad Take and trying to learn about the different gear, the different drip, the different collections and things like that, it took longer than I thought it would to just wrap my head around it, right? And so I think with some of these new additions, like if somebody says Yuga, they usually think like BAYC or MAYC, and now with all these other collections, it's like where do you want to enter? Where do you want to enter? Where's the right place? And so I think trying to understand that and trying to learn that is challenging for sure.
Wait, you learned about Artifact ecosystem in here in this space? I thought you were like already a part of it.
Well, I knew about Artifact, but what I'm saying is I think some of the progress of the different pieces along the way is what I learned from here, I guess.
That's dope, bro. I'm glad actually. Um, what? Yeah, Yuga has so many different collections now with so many different lore and storylines. They're all over the place. It's getting very. It's going to be even more. Every item is going to be its own collection, but nobody wants to FUD that. Everybody said Artifact's got too many collections. But as soon as Yuga's got 1,000 fucking collections with lore all over the place, it's bullish. Everybody's like, no, no, this is good. This is good. And I'm in both ecosystems, bro. So I just know the different narratives on both, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's fun
that's
to
why we
watch.
need a bad take site so that there's like a repository of information that people can access because like Prez has the recap basically all done every single night after bad take, and there should be a way to kind of like put that out there so people could see that and they know like just imagine you're gonna have to get another phone. I'll just tell you right now, you have to get another phone just to have all of the bad take stuff on it. Like that's the reality of the life that you're living now. Um,
I have it, bro. I
and
got the
yeah, so then you host from that one. You make yourself a co-host, and you make Dre Millie a co-host. I'll sit in the listeners with everyone else, and we're gonna have a great time, and we're gonna build this up because like I have some like growth hacking stuff that I'm working on right now for because I like subcontract. I'm a contractor when it comes to like Phygital and all these guys stuff. So I basically just come in, I build their business for them, I growth hack for them, and I just mind my business. But with the resources that I'm gonna have access to, I can also boost the bad take page, right? So like I want to put the content out there because like a lot of the content from the Twitters that I'm purchasing right now are like normie content. So it's like near death experience, weird shit, like all the stuff that normies like. And I'm just gonna mix in NFT and crypto education content within that stuff so that I'm basically doing a MK Ultra. Okay, I don't care. I'm not really I'm not gonna fucking lie to anyone. I'm just gonna tell them straight up what I'm doing because I really don't give a shit. I'm at that point in my life where I just know that it's just easier to tell people exactly what you're doing, so you know what the truth is, and then I never get fudded. Everyone else in the space gets fudded because they have some secrets to keep. I have no secrets to keep. I get paid to sit on stages, and I do the damn thing. That's what I do for a living. And I think we need a website and we need that Twitter account and we need to start fucking really getting the content and the information within this space out there. I'm not waiting around for Artifact to get permission from Nike. I don't think we need to. I think we have enough creators and enough people that we can support on our own. We don't need their help, to be honest. I'm starting to realize that more and more that we just need them to put out these fucking shoes so that we have shoes to wear before we end up with shoes with holes in it
and
because
they'll do the
from
rest.
pacing around waiting for the fucking shoes. They don't need to like they should be unbothered at this point. Cause like I don't see the Bored Apes fucking asking asking Homeboy to come to spaces. I see his alt down there and stuff. What's his name? Garga, and he's just chilling. He gets to live unbothered. I think if our founders get to live unbothered, they're not going to be like so stressed out with my bullshit at least. And I think that's a positive.
They was talking about that earlier on Thread Space, and that's what I wanted to come back and speak about too, because Jonah was making that point about, or somebody made a point about Frank being such an engaging founder and all the spaces and tweeting and all the stuff like that. And they only see what's happening right here, right now, and they get hype off of the right here, right now, instead of seeing what's being built and gathering understanding from the foundation that's being laid to be hype off of that. But that's just part of the NFT game as a whole. But yeah, I agree with everything you said. I talked to Compound the other day. Did he say that before I came back in here? That I was telling him we should do a Twitter and all of that.
It's been the whole convo, Dre. I brought it up when you left us.
Oh yeah.
No, and like it's like, yo, Prez needs a platform in order to promote his work, right? Like that stream is essential to our growth. Like there's so many little things that people do that we don't like right now. Like, yo, honestly, I'm pretty sure they have like an approval process and shit. Because if you look, I look at the Nike Twitter, they don't really post that much. They're not really trying to hear my bullshit for sure. So, and I don't know. I don't get on any stages with these sneakerhead guys that are starting to do Twitter Spaces, which is another thing. We need Dre Millie to kind of attack that. Like we gotta. All we have to do is be seen. That is what I truly believe. Is that clone visibility means clone adoption.
Agreed. We had this conversation last night. Were you here for that, Creole, or no?
I probably was, but I'm in my late 30s, so I'm having one of those moments where time's looping again.
No, we definitely had the same conversation about, I don't know if I want to review, but yeah, we had a conversation about the awareness. I always talk about the formula, right? Like the awareness, then the hype, then the FOMO, which is how things are created and maintained. And
yeah, we want to stay away from the FOMO. That's
the
one thing I'm
FOMO's
starting to
it's going to be here regardless because of the people who see once the foundation is being built upon. They going to be like, fuck, I wish I could have. Damn, I would. And that's just part of it. But that's part of a success story because it keeps people coming back. Because the next time they do something, or whoever they may be, they make sure they don't miss out on it because they're like, yo, I missed that last one. I don't give a fuck what's happening this time around in my life. I'm not missing this one. And they make the efforts to not miss it. So yeah, but you and I are both speaking from the same perspective because I agree with you. I definitely have to do more sneaker soapbox Twitter spaces. That's part of the whole thought process when I said last night about creating the regional teams and executing that IRL. That's part of it too, because again, it goes to what you just said, which is the awareness. Compound, we rolling the dice on this dude or what? Who's this guy?
It's kind of weird when you don't even follow none of the hosts, and then they try to cruise up. But
I think we come on with some chill. Let's roll the dice. It's Friday
dude,
night.
come
Why
on.
not?
Friday night.
It's Friday night.
It's like
I get shit on the neck.
Just make sure you keep your thumb on the.
It's always wild when we have a lit, like not tonight, but like a lit space, and like the stage is full, and people will be requesting, and they're like, "Don't follow nobody on stage or the host." I'm like, or retweet it. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. What's up, Nikki? You like be cool, bro, please.
No poop in the top. Nico, what's good, man?
Yo,
cool.
Not a good sign.
No, yeah, this ain't starting off correct. Nico.
No, I think I'm checking like my DMs. I think I have DMs from this person. They seem normal. I you know me, bro. I'm not really, they come up here and they come with that nonsense. We are coming for your necks. We are clones.
You see the stinger on my face?
Come with the nonsense. Nikki, what's up, bro? You got something to say? You gonna speak to the people, or you just gonna sit here?
Just wait. He's a little constipated. Yo, you know it isn't. You know what is a little weird too? Is it echoing where I'm standing? Was it?
It's got a little.
I went in the. I got this little like gym, like ping pong room. I got the ping pong table up now because I've been going to the gym because I find that I don't work out if it's right here. But anyways, does it echo when I'm in here?
It's a little reverb, but it doesn't sound bad.
Yo, you know what is weird? Is that I was just looking at the DeGod sales. Dude, there's like 6 sales so far.
They just merged, bro. But we were talking about
I don't understand.
6 sales at 9 ETH?
Yeah, but still, like I would figure there's enough lazy degens that were just waiting to fucking till the merge happened and then buy them. I mean, there's only 6.
I decided I'd see more trades, but maybe you guys, that's normal because it was already trading at market, and it just
They're gonna wait, bro. Like they're gonna wait for the whole collection to get over because no, I would not buy right now because what if someone hasn't merged yet who's gonna sell it to me cheaper, like a better DGod cheaper? So I'll probably wait for like maybe 5,000-6,000 of them to come over before sales pick up.
Can
But
somebody tell me what DGod does? What's the utility?
bro, so wait, I tried to invite up Canoe, and I ain't here to like talk bad about any project, but Canoe had a DGod before, and he was in here the other night. You probably were too, Dre, but he actually ended up leaving the project because he was saying that it's based completely on hype and based on Frank and his like motivation and drive to move the project, and he had a lot of money in it. He's just he's here. He basically was just saying that like I didn't know if I wanted to just bet all my money on one person that and the drive and the hype and the motivation, because what if something happens? So
Yeah, no, I was there for that too. I remember that conversation. I'm just asking, and I'm not talking bad, just genuinely coming from a curious place about you because I was about utility because that was always my thing. Honestly, why I didn't get a Azuki when it meant it, why I didn't get many other projects when they meant it, because I was like, man, what's the utility? And it was like nothing. And I was like, no, I'm good. So curiously, I'm coming from a real genuine, curious place. Like, if there is any utility, or is it just being a part of that community that gets it going?
right now I think it's community, bro, and it's uh price go up, the hype's there, price go up, the community, and then using that as a foundation to maybe build a product or a utility, from what I understand. And I actually just saw a Zuki post today that I will go find, bro, because it was an Inzuki kind of criticizing the team internally, basically saying, guys, the only way I'm making money here is if I sell my fucking Azuki, and I don't want to do that. Like, can we figure out a way for me to, to have some value here without me having to just sell my assets? Because then, what's the point of this whole thing? What's the point of me being here if I have to sell my assets to fucking realize any gains? Um, but yeah, I think the question in Canoe maybe confirm is right now they've got that hype, they've got floor price go up, they've got the everybody looking at them, so that's the value right now. And then hopefully something is built now that they've migrated or working on it at least.
Yeah, I mean, what's up, guys? First off, but yeah, I just been listening to everything. Yeah, like the gods are just in the limelight right now. There's nothing going on in like the whole entire space, so they haven't delivered like anything, truthfully. Overall, like I said, I like the gods, I like Utes, I like Frank, Kevin, the whole team, but like product wise, nothing. They have like a couple like merch, and if you're talking like so many people talk bad about the Murakami hat and shit, go look at that fucking D-God hat, yo. It is the most like mid-ish quality, but nobody says anything about it. So it's just like one of those things, man. I don't know.
My
We'll
man
see what
said
happens, but
midish.
dude,
made a term
it
midish.
really is though, man. Like I don't understand. Like so many people talk about our shit and like they don't look at what other projects have delivered. It's just kind of wild. And then like I think another it goes to like another thing with like the Yuga assets, how many there are in like that ecosystem. Like our ecosystem, yeah, we have a lot, but like Yuga is catching up and like they have a ton now and like nobody says anything because it's so high of floors on a lot of their shit. Like we get people that buy something for point 0.1, point 0.2, which are like pods or fucking uh like Ramoa stuff. And I mean, these people don't have a lot of money usually, so they do care about the shit going up. So it's like a different like completely different world type of people coming into like our ecosystem.
I say that all the time. I say that all the time. If the floor price was at a different level, all of this, so much of this this nonchalant ass FUD that comes would be null and void. But it's the fact that it is where it's at, that they feel like they have to be so critical of everything, because there are a lot of projects. I mean, multiple projects. You can say project name X, and it's coming with a lot of mid-ish execution, but people don't care because they don't hold it to the same high standard that they hold Artifact, but rightfully so. You know what I mean? Artifact, for real, is the leader in the space when it comes to innovation and technology. That's just a fact. So people hold it to a high standard. But if the floor price, showcased that same sentiment, it would be a different conversation happening for sure.
I think too, like it's the main things are like the assets that like are fucking point one, point two. Like you go into holder chat and Discord, and man, like it holder chat is like fucking a war zone sometimes, and like a lot of people just talking shit saying they're not getting anything, and it's like, well, dude, what did you put into the ecosystem? You bought an asset for point four, point three, and you're over here just like complaining out the fucking ass when it's like go look at a lot of other projects that are like point three, point four. Look at projects like uh, uh, what is it? There's a bunch of projects that were 1.7, 1.8 ETH that were pumping. People are saying next blue chip, and then they're fucking point one right now. And it's like, why are you coming at Artifact this bad? I don't understand. Like, yeah, we're down and all, but like, man, some people just get fucking the piss gets in their Cheerios some mornings, and like you see it a lot in the holder chat, man. You go to clone chat, like the same, like clone chat's going on at the same time as holder chat, and holder chat's a war zone, and clone chat's just like chill. And it's like, man, it's because we're over here, like we have assets that, I mean, that, not just saying, but it costs a lot more than your fucking point two pod that you're holding, man. Like, I don't
That's a
know,
fact.
like,
Nah, that's a fact.
so I don't know.
You
It's
got it. You
easier to
hitting on
FUD when
point.
they don't
Yo,
cost shit.
Canoe, that's why this Mr. Compound and Mr. Dre Mill started Bad Take.
It's a fact.
Because there were so many bad takes in Discord that we had to take it live. They had to take it live and say, come on up. Come on up and
being no way to
share.
communicate. Voice of the community, man.
We haven't had nobody come in yet, bro. Like, we invite people in Discord all the time.
We need a main that like you just post in the Discord anytime someone's bitching, just be like, come on up to Bad Take. And then like puts the spaces, time and stuff, and that's it.
Yo, Prez does, and when the FUD was really bad, either Prez or Shake or even I would go in there like, yo, we're chatting this right now, hop in. If you got concerns or anything, come in and let us know, like, what you're concerned about. Prez usually dropped the link in there as well, and Shake, but it's calmed down a lot. Somebody said the worst thing that they did in the Artifact Discord was allow holders of all the NFTs to be in the holder chat. Like Canoe said, he said
Well,
you
then
get
change it.
somebody would
And
get
that's
buy like 0.07 skin vial right now, and then they could go in and just absolutely FUD the clones who spent a lot more money. But I mean,
that's so. Sorry, I'm bad on the fucking mic tonight, dude. I really am. Sorry, Compound. And everybody that's having to listen to this fucking massacre up here that Baron's doing. I maybe it is on us. Maybe it's on us to like create a list of the artists that we know about so far that are on Animus. Because so far there's 3 that are fire that we know about, and no one's even talking about it. No one even knows the name of the guy that Artifact hired that was the artist for Spider-Verse, the fucking movie, the 5th Spider-Man, or whatever number it was. It was like the homage to the original Spider-Man that was created back in I think the 80s. It's like this. Everybody's been waiting for this movie to come out, and we hired the artist, and no one even some of the biggest participants in the ecosystem don't even know the guy's name.
I think that's more so the point. Like the people are. It's this like I've been talking about yesterday. And
yeah, but where I'm going is like it's on who. There's nowhere to find that information other than like to go and like search Twitter or dig. It needs to be like out front. It's like, maybe they're not trying to hype Animus, but like it's just it's frustrating, you know. And like if there's problems in Discords, change the fucking Discord, make it so the holder experience is better. You know, it's just little pivots like that would go a long way.
I think it's done purposefully because people, when we was in there meditating, everything was all good and gravy. You know what I mean? Monolith One was popping off. Everybody was cool. Floor price was high. Discord was a place to be. Right now, shit is down. This bear market, you know, sentiment could be perceived as being low. It's not so much. It's a toxic environment, but it won't be like this forever. And that's when that access that people have will be worth, you know, the squeeze. And I think they keeping all of these things under wraps purposefully because
Yeah, no, I agree.
when it hit, it's gonna hit. It's like a surprise party. You can know about it beforehand, but then when you get there, it's like it's not the same if you were actually surprised.
Yeah,
And
I just think I think that, so we're having a good time here, right? We're having a real good time. If there's people that just like to be on Discord, there should be a place for them to go as holders.
Yeah,
they don't have to experience that bullshit. So there should, at the very least, be a clone holders only chat that they can go to, and you can keep the other one. I'm just saying that, like, holder experience is a big thing.
No, I agree with that, and I agree because a lot of times you don't want to deal with the bullshit if you just want to be in there chilling.
Yeah, and then they can find fun like what they're having here, and you know, be like, okay, like I'm not gonna go into spaces because if it's me and I hear someone on Discord being like, yeah, go find bad space or bad take, like, yeah, to go hear the same bullshit, you know, it's like I wouldn't do it. You know, they're lazy, so I don't know. But the problem is solving itself. The vibes are strong out here. Go ahead, Arch.
Did you see Kenji Summers' post today?
I did not.
Wait, say that again. My bad. I was trying to figure out what song I was putting in his mouth.
Kenji, he posted today that he missed Artifact in the Zen sessions.
Oh shit, Kenji, yeah, that's what it was. He was that guy. So that maybe that's just coming back. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we brewing up. I
pull up, Kenji.
I think, you know, maybe we should do better with what we can control, right? The awareness that we can build as a community of bad take. Maybe that falls on us. Exactly what Kiro was just saying, that we need to get more people aware of what we're doing here, and that can be.
So why don't we invite Kenji? See,
This
is why we need the main bad take account. We can
I agree.
You and like Compound would be on the main account. You'd be co-host with Kenji. We do the relaxation spaces. Like, I'll talk to you guys in private. Like, I don't want to do it on live, but like I'm working on a way to get hosts paid and like get things organized out here, man. Because I can't pay for dinner every time I go out with people. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I would appreciate the ability to pay for people at dinner as well. So let's have this conversation.
But what he says is, I can't pay for everybody when I go out to dinner with them. It's just like the best line. I'm a slow guy, dude.
What does that
mean?
Like,
it means I'm stunting on you hoes and y'all broke, and I'm the one that gotta pay all the time because y'all broke. Stop
I'm the
being
only
broke.
one doing anything, dude.
I don't want to be the one paying because y'all broke every time we go out with your broke ass.
I wanted to hear Baron's take, bro. I like to hear how he interprets shit.
Oh, dude, it's so good, man. He keeps saying, I've heard him say it like 4 times, and every time it gets Baron, go it, baby.
Do you relate to it, Baron? I've heard him say it too. It's so funny. And I don't talking about dinner either.
So I love, I know Kiro is a generous person, and sometimes there's people that just like keep sucking, you know, off the tit, or like, I think, and it also, I take that term is like just from a work standpoint. It's like, I can't just keep doing this all for free. You know, I got to make some money too. You know, let's build something.
I agree.
I want to build the escrow system, you know, for minting in this process, like for forging. You know, if you have a clone and you can't afford to max mint, send me your shit. Send me your clone. I'll max mint. We'll get this thing done. You can
We
get a
need
little portion.
delegation. We need delegation.
Yep, damn right we
That's the
do.
thing. If the Samuel Cardillo guy liked me, I would help him. But I don't really want to get involved with that guy.
Dude, we would
I'll run the
have.
politics, bro. I'll run the politics. Let's get this going because that's a great ass idea, Baron. I mean, somebody could have got those Murakami DNAs when somebody didn't want to.
It's insane. I've been saying it for a while, and the other in that same trusted group of people probably could be the people that help assist with it, be the intermediary for the sale of goods. Depending on their location, is set up that whole thing, digital, physical. Because what is this thing if the digitals don't matter? And who knows? Maybe Nike does it, but the thing is most people that made money in all these other projects were the people that built the tools and infrastructure that fit into the ecosystem that was the mothership.
That's a fact. People that made the most money in the gold rush were the people who created the tools, not who went after the gold. Let's create these tools, baby. I'm with you, Baron. I like that idea for real.
Mm-hmm.
The delegate, man.
I'll hit you up.
Man, we can start it off from bad take. So yeah, it's wild that we having these conversations because what day was that I called you, Compound, and we had this conversation? That was this week, wasn't it? Monday? About the Twitter.
Wait, when did that conversation come back up?
Just now.
You were in the other space, bro, hanging out with.
I was doing reconnaissance, man, to see if we should go over there as a unit and make a splash, but I handled it myself.
I think it was yesterday, Dre.
We're good.
Dre texted me and said, "Yo, raid this." I said, "Yeah, nah, I'm chilling. Me and Aaron are chilling over here. I got our we are vibing over here." Dre called me. Shit, man, it was after that event, bro. Saturday or Sunday, maybe Monday. I don't know. You people were just trying to tag things, and they were tagging us instead, and they're like, "Oh, there's no bad take Twitter page." And I told Dre that, I don't mind them tagging us right now, right? It helps maybe with our engagement. Like, we're hosting and I don't know if we're at the size yet where we need a page. And I don't know if I have the bandwidth to manage a whole nother page when I'm barely figuring out Twitter on my own page. And then, he made some really good points, which Dre, they all, All C was up here as well. And who else? Arch was here. They made some very good points too that were all kind of in line with what you were saying. And but we had a few more people try to tag bad take just this last couple days. And so I brought it up while you were over there just to kind of get their input, right? Because these are the people here on stage and the people that are in here right now, these 22 like 25 people are people, like if you scroll through, these are people here every night. I was like, I value these opinions. Like, let me hear what they got to say. But I told him, and I said, I have a page already made. Like, it was something I thought about. It just came down to bandwidth. And like Arch Nemesis, like pointed out that the CloneX Utah page is just like a dead page other than when we had the event. It doesn't really get used a lot. And that's what I didn't want with the bad take page. I just don't want this 50 follower dead page that gets maybe posted, every time we have a space. It's just not a good look in my mind. You know what I mean? Like, I think we're a bigger community than that, and then some like dead 50 follower page. So I was waiting until we were at a bandwidth level or size level where I felt it necessary. And the conversation has now come up. That's where we're at now at this point, and where they did put in and said they feel that it is probably necessary at this time. So
excuses.
No, yeah. I understand what you're saying, and I agree with the points you're making. But I'll say this too: like, you just got to start. You got to do it. It had to start somewhere at some point. Like, even the CloneX LA page, it's a dead page of like 400 something followers, right? But it's needed for the segue of things.
Yo, dude, it's gonna be fire. You know what else we're putting in there, Dre? I'm interrupting everybody tonight. Is like, it's like a talent agency. Creators like creator links, all that shit. The people that are the artists that are doing, you know, IO, who's doing cool clone art right now. I know somebody who's putting together some content. You all know him, but I'm not going to ruin his shit. Well, that'll flow into there, dude. Oh my god.
We need a hub, man. It's got to start somewhere. It's got to. This wouldn't be Bad Take. Wouldn't be what it is today if it wasn't started back on January 2nd, right? We wouldn't have had the opportunities that we just had recently to have Bobby Hundreds and Chris Lee on stage with Bad Take if we didn't start back in January. So it all has to start at some point.
Work in JKB's threads about Other Side and Yuga. This shit's fire.
Yeah, now that we've read some of the algorithm and nobody's going to be using hashtags anymore, probably want that at.
Bro, I gotta hit up Jack, dude. I gotta have a personal conversation with Jack. And like the hashtag killing you. You can't use 15 hashtags every time you post something. You gotta stick to one or they penalize you. I have the page. What do you guys think the at should be? I'll change the at. Right now it's 0x bad take is the at, but I can change that because I think that's a little corny. I just secured it in January, is when I got that page. But I knew this conversation would come up anyways.
What is so Bad Take by itself isn't available?
No, I could do kind of like my name, it's compound with underscore. I could do bad take underscore or something.
Underscores is always ass at the end of everything. Sorry, Compton. Let's do Bad Take Crew. Is that available?
I can't. Yeah, I'll check. Shauna, you heard Shauna say staff. Dude, bro, don't mess up my underscores, bro. I had no other choice. Dre Millard.
Underscores are like toilet paper on your shoe when you walk and you just don't want them there.
Yeah, bro. Twitter algorithm you don't even really, you just type the first couple letters and you find it. But yeah, I'll check on that when we're done with this base. Chicken nuggets out there for you. What did you say? Yeah, bad take crew. I'll check. Sorry, Shauna's talking to me. She said bad take staff. She said crews.
Yeah. Something like that. Something to go along with what we've been branding. Bad take crew, bad take staff.
Staff. Or dude, it all works.
Tell Shauna her package is in the mail too.
Yeah. Your package is in the mail.
Open it carefully or the glitter will splash everywhere. I'm just playing.
He said it to him. Glitter bomb. Said it's a glitter bomb.
Just joking.
Gonna blow up.
JK.
His son says JK show.
Yo, is bad taken? Is that taken?
Bad taken?
Yeah.
I like that song.
Bad taken. Is bad taken?
It's kind of fire.
That is fire. I like that.
Wait. To get a burner phone, bro. I got a burner phone already. Kira, what are you talking about?
You could just do like the -N. Bad take -N.
Yo, I've been trying to message the guy who owns Compound, forever, and he hasn't used the page since like 2009.
Yeah, you never get that, baby.
Yeah, bro. Used to be, like, I think that if Elon should, like, after 10 years, you should just lose your page if you haven't logged in.
Weren't they talking about that? Like making it like an ENS or something so people could get the name that they actually wanted or utilizing the ENS, something like that? Then they had that conversation going.
I don't know, dude, but it's just crazy. The guy who owns Compound, just the straight Compound, has not been on ever. I don't even know how to contact him.
No, I like your underscore Compound. That's all good, man. Just rock the underscore.
My thing's all jacked up. I created Twitter back in September of 2000 and like right after I minted the clones, and I didn't even know what I was doing, but I got this gatekeeper.eth, G8TKPR. I'm thinking I might have to, because there's a lot of Barons out there, dude. So I might have to create an alt for them first.
There's a lot of Barons. I've been on Twitter, bro, since 2007.
I was like anti, man. I was so anti.
I
But
only got on Twitter. My guy hit me up and was like, "Yo, we can get on the space and Jay-Z on there, and you can talk to him." Like, say less on me. I'm on there.
I'm on there.
You feel me?
You feel me?
Yo, I love that your son is repeating everything you say.
That's his thing to do. He's listening to you too. He got his earbud in. He hearing what you saying and repeating what you saying too.
Good thing I'm not cursing.
Yeah, right.
Stop it, Dre Mill.
Limmer. Have him start repeating Limmer.
He's crazy.
He is crazy.
Dre Mill's crazy.
Limmered.
Do you play Granny game?
No games, man.
What are we playing?
No games. You already buying too many games.
Do you kill? Did you flick? Do you flick the granny and then she'll die when you?
No granny games, bro. Don't talk about that.
No, she'll. You know, granny dies when you.
It's fine.
She looks like Granny.
Yeah.
Yeah, she plays icing, and then when she gets in her dream, when you kill her, that means you gotta get out the house.
It's a bad dream. I'm going on mute. This guy's going.
He's going off the chain, going unhinged on the mic. Unbelievable. He's unhinged on the mic.
Dude, they've got these like little kids games like in Roblox. One of like my kids, it would be called like Piggy, and you'd like one piggy would like get the bat, and the rest of the piggies would run around and try to kill the other one. They were dressed like grandmas, like, and like all I can think about is like that's probably what he just played, some game on Roblox, killing grandmas, some pixelated game.
That's a fact.
Granny.
See, he gonna let you know what it is.
Kill Granny. It's Granny.
But those games be kind of spooky too, for real. I don't even want to get into that.
It's weird. The spooky Granny's scared for you.
Yeah, she'll scare you.
Eddie in this house?
No, not in that.
You gotta run. You gotta run.
He listens to you, Baron, trying to ask questions. You gotta run from Granny.
Poor Granny. No, grannies are good. Grannies are good.
I'm going to check this right now. Jerry says to put bad take X. But I'm going to check for bad taken and bad take X.
I'm sitting here just thinking, contemplating like what would be a good name for it. But I was thinking Bad Take Live. I don't see why that wouldn't be the absolute best one. Just because.
That's a good one too.
And it just like popped in my head immediately. I was like, Bad Take Live, yo. It's just like you go live on Bad Take. It's exactly what it's your whole brand.
That's a fact.
I like Bad Take Enterprises. Bad Take Enterprise. Like a big like media conglomerate.
Jerry.
Yo.
What's the deal?
Happy Friday night, y'all.
What's up, bro?
Just chilling. Yeah, so not Bad Take X, but Bad Takes with an X, right? So it was kind of a play on. But yeah, how y'all doing?
Doing great, Jerry the Human. How are you this Friday
Jerry,
evening?
freaking human in the house, baby. The pilot.
Doing good, baby. Soaring. I'm soaring above the storm, man. Soaring above the storm. You know, it's always a blue sky. It's always a calm sea when you rise above the storm, man. So that's it. That's it. Sometimes you just got to step up, rise above the circumstances, take a breath of fresh air outside of the chaos and the confusion and the noise and the static and all that toxicity. And you just got to rise above, man. You got to rise above. So hop into the plane, baby, and ascend.
I like
Dude,
that. I
that's
like
my
that.
favorite fucking saying, Jerry. I'm like, there's always blue sky above those clouds, and I love flying, and it's true. That's my favorite thing, dude. Is that the pilot? Dude, that was fire. All right, back on mute for Baron.
No, I love you, Baron. That's good, man. That's good. I don't know who said that. I don't know, but like,
Dude, that's my thing.
yeah.
Just always blue skies up there, man. Right above it, right there.
Yeah, I had a
Always.
revelation on an airplane, not commercial plane. I grew up in Portland, Oregon. It's, raining 9 months out of the year. And I got on a plane and, oh my gosh, man, broke through the low cloud cover. And it was just absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Sunrise on Mount Hood, whole mountain range. You could see the entire Cascade. You could see Helen's, Rainier. You could see Sisters. I mean, you could see for miles just this gorgeous, gorgeous landscape. But if you're stuck in the clouds, man, like it's foggy, you can't see much, you kind of get dreary, you get down. So yeah, man, like I just had a revelation one day on an airplane. So yeah, all love, man, all love. So Baron, when are you gonna create this escrow app? This
I'm
contract?
going to talk to Kuro. Sounds like he might know more about it. And then I got to find the next person that'll help me. And then the next person. That's just a game of connect the dots. We'll get it done, though. I mean, now that I've mentioned it to, I've been thinking about it forever. I mentioned it to, Kaiba is the one I've been talking to about it the most, but he loves it too. I'm not sure what the security issues are, as far as like custody, but I don't think there really will be any.
Yeah, it's an interesting mechanic, right? So I wasn't there for Forge 1. But if, kind of like what Kiro said, if you could delegate the wallet out, like basically I could just give you my access and then you would have permission to forge whatever the clothing that my clone is eligible for, right? And then you could just pay for it and have it put into your wallet. So
yeah, dude, that's what I want to do. I mean, and then you got all the people that are loaded up, and then it just like works for everybody. And then if they've got a rare clone, then you can give them 15%, which is a fair cut because they didn't have the liquidity in the first place, and 15% is a good return on a short-term flip. You annualize that, and fuck, you'll get that's way over 100% annualized. So, yeah, that's my plan. And obviously, it's not going to happen for a little while. So it's like, what else can we do? Just continue to think about it and bring it up here. I appreciate you guys like listening about it, because if we don't like spitball a little, then it just continues to get spun up around in my head and then gets lost. So yeah, how you been, Jerry?
I heard you talk about it several months ago too, and so it's just funny you bring it back up. And we're getting the forges are coming up, so it's going to become kind of a circulating topic as well, right? As more opportunity for artifact items to be out in the world are missed without this kind of a setup, right? So I think it's great.
Well, yeah, and it's like for the season 1 drip physicals being mailed out, meaning like also for the people that have a lot of stuff that maybe want to sell it, facilitating that. I don't know how much of a role there could be there, or how much you've thought about that, but StockX isn't really needed anymore. So, but there still has to be like a trusted party, like, and I've talked about this before, that I sold a lot of hoodies, but they were all to non-clone holders for the most part. But a lot of them, and then it was probably 50-50. The clone holders, because they knew, a lot of them knew me, and then they people that didn't, it's just because of, I guess, followed by the founders and other stuff like that. But it was crazy that they were sending me ETH before they even got anything. But that's how it went down. But that you can't do that on a grand scale. It's a lot more effort. You gotta, I don't know. So, anyways, any thoughts on that would be, you should hit me up.
Yeah, I'm definitely not the expert on that. I just like ideating and thinking about things that could happen and be possible, right? But no, I think it's definitely where we need to go. I have a buddy in for actually Lightbulb. He's the guy. He's the punk that's come in here and taught, several times back when I kind of first joined. Kind of a smart guy, right? Like always thinking about how we can innovate with blockchain, multi-layer blockchains and things like that. Well, he launched an app. It's free. It's called OTC Cafe, and it's literally like just a free web page where you can have your own store and you can list all of your Web3 merch. Because I don't know what you have, Baron, that you're trying to sell. You probably maybe you have it listed on eBay or something, but like this is just a place where people can just kind of OTC. It doesn't have a payment system. It's not trustless, right, or anything like that. But it's it's like a free kind of a storefront for you to
What's it
post all
called?
your. It's called OTCcafe.io. I can if you're interested, I can ask him to send you the link to register.
No, I'll just check it out.
Okay, cool. Yeah, if you're interested, but yeah, it doesn't really solve. It's not really streamlined or mature. Like I said, there's no real payment system. There's no way to register. Or kind of have that. You kind of have to go back to like a centralized. I don't really know in my head right now how you would have it be decentralized, peer to peer, and trustless, right? Like I can't really wrap my head around that per se, but maybe somebody else can.
Jerry, the other thing I was thinking of is just do a little road show, like pop-ups, just like Dot Swoosh did. Me, you, Dre Mill, Compound, Kuro, everybody in this fucking room right here will just get on a plane, charter it, and fly from one half to the other. Maybe a bus. Maybe we should just bus it. Nah.
The bad take road trip.
Nah. We're flying. Gonna get above the clouds, make sure we're there.
That's right, baby.
Let's go. And just bring all our shoes. Remember, and shirts. And hoodies, brother.
Love it.
Hey, I'm definitely down for that. Get some good sponsorship going.
Yeah, it would be fire, dude. We could do it too. Just like that swoosh. Here's what Artifact's doing, brother.
Yep, that's part of this. I mean, that's same idea. The teams, regional teams. We can definitely do that. I'm definitely down for that.
Pull up to the big sporting events. That's where you have all your customers. You know what I mean?
Scotty, everybody.
Yo, bro. If there was anything that CloneX Utah taught us, it was that Artifact in sporting events jive.
Have to. It's a must, man. It's a must. So
it's musty, as I like to call it.
I went to that Knicks Heat game last week, and Gary V was just sitting there on the floor. Irvin was there. Wade was there. I mean, fuck, I wish I had an Artifact booth just right outside, or get down there with my shoes on. We need to be where those people are.
Facts. Especially if we could do like the CRLs now, something that's like shocking to see. Like, yo, what is that about?
Seed us. Yeah, seed us. We're going to be there.
Gotta be fire. Straight musty.
Somebody said it earlier, though. We need those physicals. And you brought it the other night, Dre, with Sophie. Having the physicals on feet or in hand, it just is powerful. Like having those would make everything just fly much better, and the conversation go much smoother.
Yeah, it's different. It's different, man. It looks good to having looking down in the crowd and seeing Bad Take down there as a speaker. That's fire, man.
Yo, I just got that profile picture set. Looks pretty clean.
Gets my giblets going.
Getting the giblets going. Lottie dottie everybody, Baron. You could use that saying. That's a little army thing for you, baby. When you want to say we're all going, just say lottie dottie everybody.
Yep.
Lottie dottie everybody's on a plane.
We
We're
are
going on tour. Above the clouds.
rolling.
Nah, dude took some fire pictures. I'm gonna keep posting pictures in the chat.
Bro, I'm going to just retweet them all from that page.
On that road trip, we're gonna bring those birds of a feather.
Oh yeah, for sure. Cause I'm banging them off.
Bang
First
bang.
come, first serve. Come get these joints, so I can get the DNAs. I'll definitely bang those off and get the DNAs.
Who, Johnny going to help you sell those? He's got a connection. What's up with Pumbisha's connection? Let's get these sold.
Pumpisha. I don't know, man.
Pumbisha, why
Ambition.
are
I don't
my
know.
drips not at 1 ETH floor yet? Like, can we get to work, Pumbisha?
It was getting
I
close.
you know, Dre, I'm gonna go show them to the guys in St. Louis that they got 2 shops that are privately held, and that's the best place to go sell them from. You know, the guys that'll just be like, "Yeah, I want them," and we'll just line up a shipment, see if they can jump. A lot of these guys are. There's a lot of funny business in St. Louis. There's cash rolling around. You know, these guys. Someone might roll through that store.
Yeah, they'll have to keep it funny.
I heard my name.
Mm-hmm.
There's always cash rolling through the shoe store, man.
Yeah.
Stays
Dude,
rolling.
I couldn't figure out why they put one downtown, because downtown's, I mean, St. Louis is a beautiful, great place to live and raise a family, but downtown, boy. And, they put one of the best shoe stores right in the middle of it. That's all I got.
I mean, but I actually haven't put any like real effort to selling them outside of like posting them up on the internet on these shoe sites. Because I mean, I live in LA, bro. I can take them to some of these places and flash them and do something, but I haven't
Let me
really
get them.
pushed. Come get them, baby. You know where I live.
What's up? What's going on? I've been
You know where I
listening.
live.
I've been listening to the conversation from the sidelines.
Come get these hoes up out of here.
Pump when drips 1 ETH. Tell
Bro,
me
they're
that.
0.6, bro. I'm kind of fucking pissed. I didn't buy more. But I've been plotting on diversifying and buying something new. I low-key want to buy some 10K TF shit. We can get into that later, but yeah.
I'm waiting for these drips to hit 1 ETH so I can bang 3 off and then be that much closer to the DNAs. That's my
If my
plan.
undead sell, I would cop a DNA. If not, I'm not really trying to sacrifice much else.
Would you sell multiples to have those DNAs?
I would. Okay, I have 2 undeads and a reptile. All 3 of those can get sacrificed. But the 7 drips that I do have, nobody's touching them. Maybe someone's touching them, but most likely not.
OpenSea might touch him at 1 ETH though, right?
Yeah, definitely. Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Maybe. That's still a little undervalued for my liking, but
Yeah, but you're trying to flip up, so
it's either to get. The thing is, bro, I can't get a DNA Air Force when clones are this cheap. I might just have to hop into another clone or two if I move Air Forces.
Or some of those eggs?
I can't understand the argument that getting DNAs is a better play than getting a clone. Like, bro, clones are the play. Everything else is side quest.
Yeah, because, bro, I remember when stuff was a little more expensive. The stuff that's happening now would have made no sense like 6 months ago. For example, there would be people dying to trade their DNA Air Force for a clone back when the DNA Air Force was still 5 ETH and clones were like, what, 10 prior to eggs? Now you can get 2 for 1, I'm kind of like, I think I'd rather clones. You
Yeah,
got
I
to
think
take
that's a great
advantage of that
play.
price.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. We know it's artificially sunken in, right? Because of the blur stuff too. So
And it
they're
ends in
providing all the
May.
liquidity.
I could wait a month. Because I already know once that May 1st hits and all these farmers get their free money, they're going to go pump the floor once again, just like that shit happened last time. They're going to go spend all their free money on random stuff, and they're going to see clones for free, and then they're going to go right back up.
Yep. I think that'll
Yeah,
happen too.
I need a cop before that happens.
One thing I've been thinking a lot about is, how difficult it's going to be for projects to recuperate the momentum they had even in an ETH Bitcoin kind of a bull scenario, because they can kind of, as we're kind of seeing the dollar be devalued in multiple ways, we could kind of see a rally in some of that store value, right? And I wonder if as Bitcoin and ETH rise, how do the NFT projects respond? Like, do people seek liquidity, and then that kind of bleeds the floor out more, or do they see like some momentum euphoria and kind of start to rise up with it? I have my opinion, but I'm just curious to hear what other people, if anybody's ever if anybody else is kind of thinking about that in the next like 12 to 24 months, kind of like how it might all respond. Let's just say we have a 5K ETH or something like that. Like, how do we think that these NFT projects are going to respond?
Well, I think if ETH sends, NFTs are gonna send too. Not as much as they have before, obviously, but I feel like if ETH does, let's say, magically go to that price, I feel like people are gonna be comfortable again buying these assets where they're like, oh, this is legit. This shit dipped and went right back up. People are gonna be like, oh, let me buy ETH, let me buy NFTs. I don't know, like that fear holding people back will adjust a little more to making people more comfortable buying things, if you get what I'm saying. Because when 5K ETH comes, then everyone's all of a sudden, oh, I'm so bullish. I'm so bullish again. All those people are going to pop out. The people who bought the top, all that type of stuff. So you already know how that goes. Definitely think that NFTs would send, though, if crypto did.
Yeah, it's a really good thought. I wonder how many people that got quote unquote burned because they were just inexperienced and kind of left the space will come back and re-enter the space versus that next wave of new people kind of coming into the space and providing fresh liquidity.
I
I mean, it'll all be
mean,
technically fresh liquidity, but you get what I'm saying. Like, so then they
there's
would have that whole learning curve, right? With NFTs and understanding what different projects represent and all that kind of stuff. So it just might be a little bit slower.
I agree with what you're saying, because, like, I could consider myself getting burned by doing random stupid shit when I first started uh doing NFTs. And so it all depends what kind of person you are. Like, for example, when I did stupid shit that got me burned, I look back and I'm like, damn, I did this. It's kind of dumb that I did this. I was euphoric because I was up so much money off random other plays that I got comfortable doing stuff that now I look back on super risky and super dumb. And now when I buy stuff, I'm like, why am I buying this? Like Dre was talking earlier about utility. There's a lot of cool shit that I want to buy at times, but in my head, I'm like, what does this actually really do? And what does the future consist of? Because I'm not trying to live in right now. When I buy an NFT, I'm buying something to ride out with it and not just, like hop on a bandwagon and get burned. So yeah, from someone, speaking from someone that's gotten burned, I took it as a learning experience on how not to get burned and how to proceed, because I actually liked it. So the people that you're talking about that got burned were the people I feel like that came in to try to get a quick flip, don't really care about it. They got burned and they're like, oh, screw this. Which is good that those people are gone now, because we want people that actually like this stuff
and believe in it, not just trying to like make a quick buck to be a part of it. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up. I know Anya's arm is hurting, so yeah, that's how I feel.
Anya, how's your arm feel?
I mean, I think that Will Jason's probably had his hand up for longer, so he's probably hurting even worse than I am.
Oh, Will, are you okay? I want to check in with you first. Anya spoke out of turn. I apologize. Will, what's up?
My arm's hurting, y'all. It's been up for so long. No, I'm kidding. No, someone was talking about DNA. Just here to share that I have my DNA out there on the blockchain, sort of. So go download it and do whatever you want with it. Also, I have my ETH address until the year 2600. So, hey, y'all.
Will, I've talked to you before, and you told me your DNA was on the blockchain. I didn't know you had your ETH address for that long. You're a man of mystery, I'll tell you what, man. I learn something new every day. Where can we download your DNA? And are you trying to show
Make a
a
clone.
project? Are you showing your DNA project right now? Is that what this is?
It's actually an NFT if you want to buy
Clone
it.
W, baby. It's Clone W.
If Jerry owns your DNA, then like, is he able to do with it what he pleases, or how's it work?
I've open sourced it. Y'all do whatever you want with it. It's out there for the public use, so that's whatever.
Jerry, you hear that? You're in the clear, my friend.
Awesome, Possum.
It's great news. Anya, thoughts, concerns, complete subject change. You let us know. This is your stage. Go.
Yeah, I guess I was gonna delve into I was gonna like go all library here. So I thought actually the concept of who's coming back after the exodus that we witnessed, after everything kind of dived a bit. Um, Actually, the perspective here that I have on it is that I think we'll see a pretty similar pattern to what happened after 2017, and that there will be those of us who've like stayed and have hunkered down like through the bear, and will have come back from this whole thing and on board like brand new people. And then there will be like a mix of those who like were either here before and decided to like check out, and they weren't building, they weren't learning, they were just kind of like, well, I'm gonna leave it, I'm gonna let it collect dust, and they'll come back to see what's left. um, and I definitely think that there's going to be, especially with how drastic I think this bear has become for some, that there will definitely be some people that will be like, oh yeah, once upon a time I did get into crypto and I did collect NFTs, but I got out of it because I lost everything. And they just like cashed out and we're like, never going back, never gonna do that again. So I think there's no one right answer. I think it's gonna be a mix of things, especially from knowing the perspective that we have from back in 2017 as well.
There's people that still are hurt from crypto and swear they'll never come back to crypto. I know there's people that are hurt from NFTs and rug pulls that will not come back. There's probably people hurt from specific projects and that won't come back. But I think that's why all of us who are passionate about this space kind of take it so seriously when there's bad actors in it, or we kind of take it upon ourselves to really try to educate and filter out the bad stuff, right? Because we care about the space and we don't want people to get hurt, because it does put a bad taste in their mouth. Like, we're at a point right now where we're having to rebrand the entire concept of NFTs to digital collectibles. We're rebranding the whole name. NFTs have such a sour taste in people's mouth because of the bad actors that we're rebranding. We're under a full rebranding right now. So no, I agree 100% on you. The people who can take a punch on the chin and are kind of competitive. They're like, you know what, I'm sticking this out. I'm gonna win, because I've taken L's and I don't know why, but I've taken big L's, and I, instead of like leaving the space, I go, all right, let's double down. Let's learn from this one and and figure out how to get better the next time. And there's a lot of people like me out there, and a lot of people like you guys as well. So that's the good thing. Go ahead.
No, yeah, I fully agree. I think also, there's some pretty big people in the space. Some I think that would consider like the kind of the untouchables, the influencers that have become like top of NFTs, and that are followed by everyone. Their wallets are tracked. Oh, so and so bought in. Like those people all have a story to tell of like, yeah, like everything for me died in 2017, and like, but I stayed, and like I just continued to learn and grow like within the quiet, you know, building of everything. And so I think that um if I'm going to share my very, very bullish perspective here, it's that, and I think that everyone who is leading spaces currently, like hosts, co-hosts, people that are constantly active, that you're seeing jump into all of these different, projects, and that are gathering intel and participating and everything, those are the people that are going to be seen as those next wave of, like, I don't want to say influencers necessarily, but that they are the grail people in the space. I don't even know what's like
the barometer, right? They're like the GPS, like the North Star, right?
Yeah, they're like the trusted ones, right? Like like the people that are like, oh, this person's activity is doing this, and like that's who I'm gonna trust. Like, Compound and Dre and Kuro, and I think a lot of the other leaders of these spaces that we see all the time, like even the ones that are really annoying and that are just like, very grab your attention with like a, very dramatic hook. Like, all of those people, they're still going to be here. They're not going anywhere for sure. So, I think and we're probably going to see a next level of whatever the next level of what they're doing currently is. Like, we're going to see more of that once the bull comes back, I think. So I'm really excited about that. I'm glad that you brought that up, Pampisha. You're turning into a real wise person right now.
He's always been wise, man.
Like,
Everybody good to see it.
I'm wise. I just don't always make wise decisions, so it's okay. I'm learning.
No, that's a
Yeah,
fact.
yeah,
Well,
Papisha, you're
you're
mature,
young.
man. Yeah, you're young, but you're mature.
Yeah, I know. I just finished school, but obviously you don't really learn anything there, so I learn more here with you guys.
Oh, 100%.
Well,
100%.
I was just listening to something the other day that talks about like how young people go through like a phase of like loud and wrong, like where like they're so loud and they're so wrong, and like when we're young, I think we don't really realize like sometimes when we're really loud, we don't care if we're wrong. We're just expressing ourselves and being like opinionated and doing all that kind of stuff. And I think it's an experience we all have to have, like, of being in that like phase of being young and being vulnerable and sharing our feelings and opinions, like regardless of what anybody says. It's important. It's part of the process of like growing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. With me, the reason like I think I'm lucky is because when I do something wrong, kind of know I'm doing something wrong. I just sometimes I'm just like, I'm not gonna sound corny and say on edge, but sometimes I'm just like, fuck it. I know like I'm gonna face a consequence, but sometimes I'm just like, like sometimes I should shut up, but sometimes there's times where I'm like, you know what, might get some shit for this, but like I just really want to say it, like on some Kanye shit. Not in when he says stupid shit though. Just like when he says shit that's true, but it could piss people off. But like, you know what I'm trying to say?
No,
Yes.
I,
I
I
get what
think
you're
we
trying to
all.
say. You just speak your mind. You
Yeah.
don't hold back. That's what a lot of people nowadays are scared to do. They're scared to say how they really feel
Thank
in
you.
fear of what
But
somebody else is gonna think.
Thank
that's
you.
a fact. That's also why I decided to speak up. But when I say shit, I don't try to say it in a way where it's like harmful towards someone else or offensive. Even though sometimes when I could turn up, it could be offensive at times. But like my intention towards the people that I like and the people that I associate myself with, I feel like, for example, you guys, when I say something stupid, or do some stupid shit, I feel like it reflects us as a whole. So I try to behave and represent in a professional manner, even though at times I'm just like wild. But yeah, you get what I'm trying to say. I'm not completely destructive, but I can get rowdy at times.
We all go through those things for real. I mean, that same voice that you have when you like fuck it. I think everybody got that fuck it in them. It's just knowing when to allow the fuck it to take over, and then even refining the fuck it so it can be more like fuckwet. You know what I'm saying? It's more elegant fuck it, and it don't have to come off as harsh or brash. So we all got the fuckwet in it. Just got to channel it.
That's what you throw at your insecurities, right? That's what you throw at your haters.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. And some of the self-doubt and stuff that comes in your mind.
Oh,
It'll be
most
refined.
definitely.
It's not like
Most
But
against
definitely.
society and your mom and the law. It's like it's more against yourself as you get older, I feel like.
The law too, though, depending on
Dre
who
has
you are.
been teaching
Yeah,
me
yeah,
well
yeah, yeah.
though. Dre's a good professor in steering me in the right direction. So now, if I do want to say something that might come off as stupid or ignorant, instead I think to myself, all right, I'm on the internet. People love doing this shit. So if someone says something that may be wrong or come off the wrong way, I just professionally try to shift whatever that person said into the right idea. Like Dre saw, people were trying to talk shit under that Murakami drip post, but I would just, instead of being like a dickhead that I might have normally would be, I was just like, you know what? Let me reply to this guy and kill him with kindness and some facts that he cannot deny. And it worked every time. So, yeah.
All facts. Rose, I don't want your hands to go blue.
Yeah, please.
Oh, I thought there's like a requisite period of time where you have to have your hand up. So it's fine, you know. You just have to hang in there.
You should be able
Uh,
blockchain. That's the prerequisite.
no, I think kill them with kindness. That's my tact. I mean, I think give everybody a moment to listen, or for a chance to listen intently, to see it, to try to understand. But then I just also can't handle it when people just take up and consume all of the oxygen in the room just so that they can hear themselves. So I think there's a fine line, but when we're in a space together and the whole intention is to share, I think bringing your full self and full thoughts is cool. Just to come back to what Anya mentioned about kind of like I guess the waves and like the coming of the guard, if you will. I remember when I got my clone in August, when I finally got my clone in August, because I was saving for so long, I remember coming in and being somewhat like intimidated because, you know, everybody that was already here, there was like this energy and to try to like latch on to it was hard. I just felt like I didn't really know what like the inside joke was. Like that was that feeling. And so to be more mindful of that in terms of like how do we onboard new clone holders, and then for later, you know, when the market is going to be on fire, I think there is just a semblance of like who is the welcoming committee, you know. I think that would be smart and savvy for us to have that. And I think we've spoken about it before, but just to echo that, I can still remember just like not really knowing what to do now that I finally got my clone, being in this massive Discord, you know, gazillion channels, everybody's on BC talking about I don't know what. I'm just so stoked to have the clone. And then I found Queens of CloneX, thankfully, with like open arms to like really just welcome me as a whole person and not just a holder. And I think there's a distinguishing factor that we can like figure that out and almost like do a plan of attack. You know, just like big institutions like colleges and whatnot, you always have an orientation. You always have like a buddy system. You know, you progress through and mature as a holder of sorts. And I think for a project like this, it's just going to get so much more complicated and harder for folks to understand. Like once Animus is out and we understand hibernation, we're going to sound crazy trying to explain to people. And I'm a big believer of infographics. And so I was thinking like I should probably just make some more. I used to do this for this B card community that I was in. Like I would literally just would create documentation to onboard. I would do a B card 101 infographic. I would do a guide. I would mint them and post them into an on cyber room. Like this is like Rose Jade being crazy again. Like I just feel like onboarding has to be persistent and consistent, and we have to find ways to do that. If there is no website to do so, and if Discord's crazy. Like, we just have to find our own ways to do it. And having a consistent space like this is like step number one. But I'm going to lean into like some of the IRL stuff that I do, which is just fun for me. I'm going to try to see if there's anybody else that wants to maybe think through how to best like onboard folks. Let's get together. I'm really good with taking people's just like ideas, and then I'll roll up my sleeves and do the work. But I need the ideas, you know what I mean, like the think tank, if you will, to be able to do so. But there's so much going on. Like what Pumpisha, what you had posted, like I reread that I think like 3 times. I have the space from yesterday that I already downloaded. I'm going to comb through it. I'm literally trying to create like assets out of this to make sure that all of your wisdom and knowledge and alpha that you're sharing can survive Twitter, a Twitter post.
I appreciate that.
Because it evaporates, right? So I'm going to try my best to listen intently and then try to act on certain nuggets, just to make sure that we can like leverage it. And can I also just do a quick shout out because I joined late, but like, hello, Bad Take account. I see you. That's amazing. Just threw you a follow. Good going,
You gotta
guys.
let Dre.
Setting it up.
You gotta let Dre's son be on the Bad Take account as the speaker every time. Dre, you gotta let your boy have the phone and just be on the Bad Take account and just unmute, talk about video games.
He was up here earlier talking about video games.
I know. I was laughing my ass off. Started talking about Granny.
Oh my goodness, man! I don't even. It makes me feel like oh, here he comes again.
Special guest, pull up.
No, don't pull up. Pull away.
Come on, we playing video games.
No, we not. It's all good. No, Anya, we appreciate you coming. I miss hearing your voice. It's always good when you come back. Stop terrorizing me, bro. I'm on the phone, man.
Hey, Granny's here. Granny's here.
Get off me, cuz.
Hey, cuz. Granny.
Get off of me. Pump, are we going to the movie tomorrow?
On my mom's life, I was just about to say that. That's fucking crazy. Like, I was about to unmute and ask, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna text this guy. But that's crazy as fuck. Like, whoa.
We in sync now, baby. You've been around me long enough. We in sync.
The answer is yes. I was thinking about it right now, so I was about to hop on that little AMC app. You know, Compound is cap as hell. He doesn't want to pull
Compound
up.
said
So.
he got 2.5 hour trip. He's not trying to drop for an hour and a half movie. 2.5 hour trip. I feel you. That just means you got to move closer to the city.
You gotta watch it early. Gotta watch it early and bring back the alpha to Bad Take.
None of you guys would drive 2.5 hours for that movie.
That's a fact. That is a huge.
I mean, it's an
100%.
hour for me. Hour 10, hour 20, and then on the way back, same thing. So, adds up.
Where's the theater at?
Bro, honestly, I have
Catalina Island or something? What the
I
heck?
have no idea what the fuck Monterey Park is, bro. To be honest, on my maps, it's an hour away. But like,
I gotta look. Shoot me the address. Let me see how far it is from my crib.
Every single AMC, other than like the 2 random ones in the middle of nowhere, are sold out all the way to the front row.
Y'all gonna go see John Wick?
No,
now we're going to see Air.
Air.
Oh, okay.
The early screening of Air.
Okay, that's fine.
I just saw John Wick tonight. That was cool.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the John Wick
How was
movies,
it?
so I gotta catch up.
Oh, you definitely got to watch all of them. It was cool. It was John Wickish. You know what I'm saying?
Was it quality storyline, character development? I mean, did they have the good elements, or was it just all bang bang skeet skeet and you dead?
It was a lot of bang bang skeet skeet. It was some really good scene building, and you know how the director likes to utilize like great lighting and action shots. You know what I mean, keeping that same John Wick style. That's what it was. It was a
the
part of
uncut
it.
scenes, right?
Yeah,
the continuation.
with the lights in the background and the way that the
and the
scene
blood.
set up. Yeah, it was some really dope cinematography. I don't want to spoil it, but it was dope in parts of it. So yeah,
It was John Wick-esque, like you said. It held.
Yes,
It wasn't just a sequel for sequel's sake.
No, not at
Yeah.
all. Not at all.
Good.
It was worth it. I'm gonna
Good.
be 100% honest. Could I have waited to watch it on TV? You know what I'm saying? If you got a good theater at the house, I would almost recommend that. But if you're a John Wick fan, I got in this ear. But if you're a John Wick fan, I would say check it out because you won't be disappointed
Yo,
either
Trey,
way.
I'm heated. There's a movie theater close
Uh,
to us, but there's some guy who decided, let me buy one seat in between two.
hey, let's just get the other two and see if you want to switch. I'll ask him when we get there.
You think so? City Walk.
Oh,
That's
you already know. You already know
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
coming there.
Dude,
Universal
So
Dre
City
asked
Walk.
guy's
he's
so
not gonna
big.
have a choice unless he's taller than Dre.
Oh, you
I
know
mean,
what we could do?
it's the
What we
last
could do?
row in the back.
I'll give
Get
you
there
some
early.
popcorn.
Then let's do that. If he says he don't want to do it, we can hold hands over his lap.
Nah. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put the popcorn and shit on his lap and pass it over in between him and be like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
man, sorry, like we're sharing. I
yeah.
don't know what to tell you."
Sorry, homie. Make it
Like you're,
real uncomfortable.
Have a loud ass conversation the whole movie.
God, Pump, you fucking
Pumpisha.
Pumpy got me out of bed, and I'm
Damn.
looking at
So,
these. Dude, Pump, does the supply of these MKs worry you at all? That like people are gonna
bro,
be like, oh my god, now they're expensive. I'm gonna sell mine. Are we gonna get a
bro,
little
it's
down
okay.
draw?
I'm not worried because I already know there might be a time
I
in the
know.
middle of
I
the
just
war.
want to buy a bunch of them right now.
Bro, you know what I would do? To be honest, I wouldn't bank on it, but there may be a time. Okay, first off, NFT space. You already know how this works. 24.
Oh my gosh, you have to do that again.
Clip
Bro,
that,
I
Yo.
Rose.
completely forgot
Clip
what I
that,
was even
Rose.
saying at this point.
Okay,
No, I
get it,
know what
get
you're
it.
gonna say. I know what you're gonna say. There's time.
There's time between now and the 24th. Now and the
Mm-hmm.
24th and NFT days is like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a fact.
you never know. And in between, you already know there might be some tweakers who are like, "Oh my
That's what I
god, the
mean.
forge
I
closes in 5 days. I need to sell them," and then they're going to tank them, and then that's when you buy it.
yeah. I need this money.
Yeah,
And then
like
I'll go buy some
remember
other
when the
poop
clothes
NFT.
came out? People were selling their Forging Season 1 clothes for half off, and then 2 hours before the window closed, everything's going for triple. I was like, "Wow, you guys are such geniuses. Congratulations."
Shoot.
So good.
I'm glad you learned something new. Some positive words.
Pumpisha.
Wait, what happened at the end of last?
Bro, it's got his own brand now, bro. He's got everybody with Pumpisha stuck in their head.
I know.
Rose Jade can't fall asleep
I
without
gotta
hearing
make
it 5
reptile
times in her
t-shirts.
head.
Gotta make reptile t-shirts
You
with
have
Pumpisha
to.
on it.
Your own design. Pumpisha.
Yup.
Yo,
It just says that.
And then I'm gonna make friends and family knives.
hey,
I can't say that's a good idea.
yeah, I don't know.
No. They're not meant for Black Air Force activities. They're just
But
meant to eat food, display.
you definitely
Yo,
should create
What's
your
good,
own
little
reptile.
Drake?
Pump,
Yo.
hit me up about that. I got a
Wait, me?
guy.
Or
I'll
Pump?
make it.
Pump.
Pump. Yo, all I'm saying
Dude, we can
is
start making some sick artifacts.
all I'm saying on
Yup.
Rose Jade's point is we've recruited more clones in Bad Take than freaking anywhere, man. Like I just got a message tonight. This guy got this dope Murakami drip with a Zed bucket hat, and he's been in here every night, and he's been searching and finally found one that he loves, and he messaged me. And then the other night was SBJ, right? And the person who invented the whole Pumpisha thing is Deep. Deep was the one who started that, and we recruited him in here too, bro. Like hey, so how do we funnel? Look, I don't mind. We can be the onboarding space, right? Like I like it. I like new clones coming in here, or even people without clones coming in here, and then them saying, "Yo, the art's dope, the community's dope." That can be this space, but how? I think that we really need to capitalize on making sure we get all the newcomers in here. You know, kind of like when in college when they're going through the frat You got to try to catch as many of the best draft picks as you can, or something. We'll try to catch as many of them as we can in here.
We got all the John Morants.
Yeah, bro. Like we'll make sure none of the other groups out there get any good draft picks. We'll pull all the new clones, all the new talent, and we'll just make this like this super group called Bad Take, and we'll just like, yeah, man. We got to secure.
That's
How
a
do we
good
funnel them
idea.
into here, Rose?
We
You
already do it
know,
anyway.
We
well,
love
no,
new
the
talent.
next part though, right? So they're in. They might have had a clone or another artifact, asset or item. Um, when I was in Prez's space pod, or sorry, loot pod, because he streams there, right? If you walk around, he has so many different things that are so cool in that pod that just having like almost like a hosted, hey, come check out the pod, almost like a flight attendant that can give you a tour through his pod, talk about the shoes, because the shoes are in 3D there. I think he has the monolith, just other things, but just like to hang out, but then for them to actually see the artifact items, I think is also very compelling because we don't have the IRL
Yes.
stuff today.
Who's our metaverse tour guide? That's what you're saying. We need someone to take someone on loot pod tours.
Dre.
Yeah, we gotta build them out, man, and connect them. Like that would be dope. And then you
We
have
could
all
have
like
a
the
sign up
3D
list.
creators. We just
And
need some lanes, like some defined lanes, like where people are passionate. They're kind of leading the space. You have the AR show, or the the VR show.
That's a fact. That'd
Like
be
I mean,
dope.
we just like people. We can plug them into these lanes and let them drive and
No, that's a
explore.
fact.
Like
This
well,
squads, teams, same shit. Squads, man. Let's get squad up.
yeah.
Like you already know my lane. Y'all know what the pump and I are on. We running that. Squad it up and let's execute. Get
Yo,
it out.
Dre, we are in luck. Compound, you are coming to LA tomorrow, bro. Tow your whip, whatever the fuck you gotta do, bro. Dre, they
It's
added
Ludi.
another showing at Century City Mall right now, and the theater is literally fucking empty. Wow.
Oh word.
I'm about to cop.
Let's do it. Will it send me the I'm about to look it up. I copy it on my
Yo,
Yo,
Compound, pack up. It's
He
closer.
said
he
It's
said,
it's
"Bring the
closer,
RV
bro.
if you got you."
hey, you got you. Wait,
Yo,
what
Bro, come
tomorrow?
on.
That's
Yes.
April 1st. Let's see
Yep.
where this at.
he's April
Century
fooling
City.
us live, bro.
Century
We're gonna
City. They
show up.
literally just added another one because the other theater got full.
We're gonna show up, and he won't be there. Dre pulled an April Fools. He's chilling at the crib.
Damn.
Bro,
Ain't no showing.
Damn.
nah.
I drove
I'll be
2
there.
hours.
Trust me.
Yo, it's not coming up
I'll
for me.
trick you once we're already there. I'll fuck with you once we're IRL. But yeah, bro, just start packing your backpack and shit, cause like consider this one a business trip. You gotta come back to Bad Take, give a review, maybe make a little thread, like let people know, and yeah.
Pack your backpack. Where you seeing this at? Pump
He
it ain't
said,
it ain't
"Pack your
showing up on my
backpack."
app.
I got the AMC app.
I get to do too. Where you at? What'd you put in to get it?
Shit, air. What do you mean? Wait, no, I'm confused.
It's not coming up for the date. Tomorrow, April 1st, Saturday, April 1st. It's
Uh-huh.
Century City. Nothing showing up. It's saying sorry. No show times have been announced for this theater.
Oh, then I don't know. Are you on air? There's two different type of airs. I think there's like a slot for regular air and then air
Like
screening.
Air Bud or what?
Oh no.
You get what I'm saying?
Pumpisha, you rent out the whole theater already, bro, and now nobody else can book a ticket or what?
No,
Honestly, bro.
it's only one air.
Bro, all right. Well, I have it, so it's okay. It's right here, in front of me.
I'm aired out over here. Airballing.
Air, bro. What do you mean? Is there like something you want me to send you to see it, or?
Send it to me.
All right, hold on.
It's not showing up.
Hold on.
Shut-
Where do
Bye,
you want
Arch.
to? It's here for me. Look. Hold on.
How can you see? You gonna screenshot and post it or what?
I guess I'm gonna text it to him, but he has Do Not Disturb on, so I'm gonna notify
Do I?
anyway.
Oh yeah, I do. Not
I
playing
hit
any
notify
games.
anyway.
That's a
All right.
Pumpisha move right
You
there,
see the
bro.
second slot?
Interrupt me. Oh yeah, it is.
Air Sneak Preview. That's what it's called at the top.
Oh
You
yeah,
see it?
mine is just the regular air. I'm deflated. Let me see if I can find a sneak preview air.
Yo, Compound, is your backpack halfway packed yet?
Stuff it up.
No, I'm telling you, instead of 2.5 hours away, this one might be only like an hour and a half.
Send me the address. I haven't moved actually, so I'm
Hold
still in
on,
the same. I'm still in the same
He's
place.
getting ready.
bro. Type
I
type
haven't
in,
moved.
What do you
type in on your maps,
So it's tonight,
AMC.
huh?
Type in on your maps, AMC Century City.
All right, here we go. Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Empty theater.
At what time? 7 p.m.
I mean, that's the only time they got it at.
I got two 7 p.m.s though. What's the
Oh no, but the
difference?
first one
That
is
was the
sold
full
out.
one.
They added
Yeah.
a extra one just now.
All right, what seat we sitting at?
That's
J
Shit.
2 hours, pump. Two
I mean,
hours.
J10.
whoever's sitting behind you, I feel bad for them. So I think we got to hit the last row.
I always like to hit the last row anyway. I was about to say, I was about to say I always like to hit it from the back anyway, but no, sorry guys. That's
All
yeah,
right,
last row from
perfect.
there. So what you
Great
want to
minds
do?
think alike.
J12, J11?
We could do that. Do whatever.
Smack dab in the middle. Smack dibbles. I'm gonna get J11.
You guys weren't
All
being
right.
very inclusive to the people outside of California, so Anya went down to the listener. She
Oh,
wasn't
Anya,
really,
you gotta come
yeah,
from Utah, bro. 6 hour trip. Get
that
on the
wasn't
road.
very inclusive, guys. I'm really sorry about that, Anya.
Get on the
We're
It's the
road.
working on
best. Listen to a few people try to make a date.
We making a date. I got my
everybody.
ticket
Love it.
purchased.
All
Rose
right.
is
I'm about
like,
to
"Where are we
tell you.
going?
Yep.
Are we gonna be on time?" She's gonna.
Oh
How's she
yeah,
gonna
you
stress?
know.
Rose, did you write down the time of the movie on your notes over there?
Rose, you here too? Come through. Why you playing?
I'm I'm in Northern Cali, but yeah, if Anya drives, what, the 6 hours, I can do the 6 hours.
Yeah, you
Come
see,
through.
Compound's fake. He can't even do 2 hours. 'Cause
Two-hour,
that's
bro,
crazy.
Dre.
She
Dre
just
knows
said
I've
six
made
hours,
every.
and she's pulling up, and you're gonna sit at home, bro. That's crazy. That's
Dre
crazy.
knows I've made pretty much every event,
Terrible
regardless.
news. Terrible news.
I have responsibilities around this property I have not been taking care of while I was in LA. I still have to finish my garage.
Oh yeah, how's that coming along?
I have to get my epoxy redone, man. They told me they could do one thing and they couldn't, so it just doesn't look the best. And then they're like, "Okay, we could give you a refund on the materials, but we can't do what you need us to do." They
What?
basically like, yeah, they got the wrong materials and shit. So I'm in limbo right now.
Compound over here getting rugged IRL during a bear market,
Bro,
bro.
no,
What
but
the
he's offered to refund the materials and everything, but I'm just in limbo rugged, right? It's I've got this rugged NFT in my
You still got
wallet,
the it's
and
still
they
in your wallet, bro. You
yeah, I've
just
got it
gotta
in my
look at it.
wallet. They just returned the ETH, it's like
That's
still shows
weak. Well, so what can you do in this situation? Can somebody else come out and do what you want to do?
yeah, dude, but the epoxy is already
YouTube.
down, so they're
I
gonna
can
have to
see Compound out there putting the
yeah,
epoxy down.
yeah, they've got to grind down all the shit that's there. I just told them I don't mind how they have it. They just need to touch it up and fix it and then clear coat it. So we'll see how it goes.
Damn.
Bro, so bummed.
Yo,
Yeah.
Dre, which seat should I get?
J12. I got J11.
All right.
Yo, are you talking about your office again?
They screwed over the homie.
Dude, I'm so sorry that happened, man. That's been going on for over a month now. We were so excited about that floor because
Dude, I know. And I went to LA and I couldn't coordinate with the guy. But I think what I'm gonna do is just have him fix what he has here and then have him not charge me and just get it what I have for free at least. Because yeah, bro, it is not what I asked for at all. And then
That's right.
they tried to say, well, we can do the ones with the chips. They pretty much only knew how to do the ones with the chip. And I asked them to do something and they said they could do it. Well, they didn't realize like they couldn't. It takes skill. So now they're trying to backpedal. They're trying to backpedal, bro. And I'm just hopefully I can get them to fix it up and clear coat it. And we'll just call it break even. I didn't get what I wanted and they didn't give me get what I wanted or they wanted. But he did offer to refund all the materials and everything, so I could just, part ways as well.
yeah, I mean, at this point, what would you do, Dre? I think I'd have him finish the job
I
and
don't
try to
know.
get it settled with him.
It
and then
depends. How much do you trust in their skill set after what they've done thus far? Do you feel like they have it in them to deliver what you're looking for? If
No,
not,
not what I originally asked for, but I think they could fix it and do what I'm okay with, but I don't want to pay what I
nah,
asked for prices
to be
to be
okay.
okay with it. Yeah, so
Nah,
that's why I
bro.
said I'll take it for free though. Like if you fix the shit you did, because it's in a state right now where I'm gonna have to pay somebody to come fix it, right? So I'm currently like in a limbo state. So what I'm gonna ask them is like, get me to a place where I can live with this, and you don't charge me nothing. You know, I don't throw, you know what I mean? Just kind of we'll part ways, and I'm not in a
Yeah,
limbo stage.
Yeah,
Otherwise, I
like
lose.
yeah, make it right. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
make
what
it
Like it's
right
that's
not
so I'm not
right
in
just because you
limbo.
refunded me the money. You got to like get it back to a place where it's
that's
functional.
right. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
exactly.
You let them touch it to that extent, get
Because
it right.
otherwise, it'll cost me more to get it to a place where I can actually use it.
And you're
yeah.
gonna
Um,
sounds like you're gonna have to rip it out and relay
Oh, that
a layer.
sucks, man.
yeah, bro, it's epoxy, right? So you actually have to get a grinder here. It's a big old grinder, and it grinds it off the floor. So,
Oh, that sucks, man.
Compisha, check your texts.
bro,
Competion.
you don't. I can't make it. You don't. You.
Bro, how is that possible that you can't
Oh,
make
thank
it, bro? It's
He
closer.
he's not gonna do it. He said,
I have to let me
I'm a
save.
pretty convincing person, bro. Dre, just let me try.
No,
"Do your
so
thing. Do your thing."
here's my thing, is I want to come up there a lot and do a lot of things with Dre and you. So let me save that energy for something like another event, or save that time and energy for something like you know maybe a little bigger. I do want to come hang for the hour and a half movie, but I was just up there for a week, so I got to get some shit done around
All right, I'm gonna come pick you up.
here.
It's
Yo,
settled.
Baron's sending the private jet. Baron's sending the driver.
Hey, Baron,
I,
do you fly that jet yourself, or do you have somebody else who fly you around?
I'm learning. My dad's a pilot.
That's crazy.
Uh,
he's
yeah,
on open sea in the back, chilling, strolling the floor.
hmm
Sweep
He's
some
got a
eggs, baby.
dude. That plane is the future, man. It's got a
Yeah, that's
little
amazing.
It has a parachute that shoots out the nose if you pull like this thing, and then it's a parachute for the entire jet, the entire fuselage. It should save the life of the CFO of Walgreens or Walmart.
Which one?
What
How
kind of
so?
plane is it?
A Cirrus Vision jet.
That's amazing.
Cirrus.
I gotta go look that up.
Yeah, they're tight.
How did it save his life? What happened?
No, like so the parachute. So if it's a dual pilot plane, but you can fly a single pilot. So if there's an emergency, you just pull like this lever that's above your head, and a parachute shoots out the nose of the airplane, and then it instead of like and then it like floats the airplane down. So
Wow.
the parachute shoots out, and then the autopilot goes on. And so basically, what you do is, if someone had a cardiac arrest, you'd call into the air traffic
Mm,
controller. They tell you to put what coordinates to put in, and then you'd land it in a nice place. And if it was a real emergency, you just pull it and hope you didn't land on top of a bunch of buildings.
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
All
Baron, can you
right.
pick me up?
Yeah, with the
Before you
gas,
go.
I
I
don't
got
use as
gas
much
money.
gas either.
I got
Yeah,
$5.
you'd be surprised at the fuel efficiency on it too.
How far have you taken it thus far?
My parents take it. I've gone to. I mean, we fly to Massachusetts all the time, and then down to Texas. My parents fly to. We're just in the Bahamas for a couple weeks. Um, I don't know,
Let's go to
all over.
Tokyo, bro. What you saying?
We
We
can't
can't go to
go.
Tokyo?
You could go. There's a round trip. Guy did round trip, but we'd have to. The range isn't far enough. It's only
Mm,
1,300 miles, so you got to get across the ocean. You got to have more than that. And then we'd have to go up through Iceland and Greenland. It'd be dope, but it'd take us too long. It'd be like driving across the country versus flying.
damn, that's crazy. That's next level shit, man. I'm glad to be in the community with you, bro. I mean, this is the type of shit I'm looking for in my life at this stage in my life. Let's jump into a jet and fly somewhere. Going to Vegas? Let's go.
Yeah, with your big ass, we probably have to stop for gas more.
I know, right? Can my big
Yeah,
ass fit in there? Do I got to
oh,
put my
dude,
feet in the front and my body in the back?
if I showed you pictures of the back, you'd be like, "Oh man, we're good."
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's they did a really good job of designing it. It's 7 passengers, so it's
Oh,
good.
that's crazy. How much does it run?
They're up now. I mean, probably like 3 just for the plane. Mm-hmm.
That's fire though, man.
Well, it's like the ultimate freedom, and my old man flies like a fucking madman, you know. So I mean, it's yeah, it's cool. Learning to fly is way easier than people realize, and safer than people realize. But I understand people's fears as well.
Yeah, yeah. Because they don't know. You know what I mean? It's fear is tied to ignorance, and that's the same fear that I will hold jumping into this jet as well. But I'm down to break it. I'm down to get my fuck wet out. You know what I'm saying? And build.
Oh yeah, dude. Once you go on it, you're addicted. I use it all the time for work. Just like going to Iowa and stuff and random places.
That's crazy. Let's go to the hands. Bad take. What's up?